Shirley?
Yeah?
You're a good mate of Ivy's, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
How is she, do you know?
Oh, well, only what I can imagine. You know, with everything that's happened.
Yeah, I know, but has anyone actually spoken to her?
Well, we've had no chance. You know, according to Vera, she hasn't stepped foot outside their house since Brian's funeral.
Is that so? Well, I reckon it's time someone had a word with her, don't you?
Oh, but Mr. Baldwin?
Yeah?
Oh, you're not going to sack her out, are you?
Yeah, of course I am. Then they're going to find a couple of orphans and nick their pocket money. Then on the way home, I'm going to break into the local church and rob the poor box. You know, make a really good day of it.
Morning, Mr. Baldwin.
Morning, mate.
Oh, Ken, I was hoping I'd see you.
And I'm very pleased to see you too, baby.
No, I've just got something specific to ask you about next Wednesday evening. Well, we wondered if you and Deirdre were doing anything then.
No, I don't think Wednesday rings any bells.
Wonderful, because we'd like you both to come to supper.
Ah. Well, I'll have to check with Deirdre, of course.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, it's just a little evening we're giving. It's me and Derek and Derek's boss and his wife. And we particularly wanted you and Deirdre to be the other couple, so you let me know, will you? Bye.
Bye.
She's in bed. And what's more, I want her to stop there as long as she can.
Well, there's no need to disturb her, Mark.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it.
Just tell her that there's no need for her to rush back to work until she's good and ready. Her job will be waiting. Doesn't matter how long it takes, a week, a month, whatever. No problem.
It's very good of you.
It's the least I can do, isn't it? Right, well, I won't disturb you. I'll go and get those girls to work a bit harder till she gets back. Oh, and give her my condolences, will you?
Yeah, well, yeah. Hey, what are you doing up?
What did he want?
Well, he's just come to offer his condolences to say that you don't have to hurry back to work. Look, never mind him. I wanted you to stay in bed.
And do what, Dan? Watch the hands of the clock go around, because I'm not going to rest no matter how long I stop up there. Anyway, I've got things to do.
What things?
Never mind what things. Listen, are you taxiing today?
Well, I thought I might, yeah, but I didn't know whether I could leave you on your own.
Don't be silly, 'cause you can leave me on my own. I'm not a child, you know.
All right.
Look, shall I get you a bit of breakfast?
No, I've already had it.
Oh, right, well, I'll go and get changed, eh? I can't have folk thinking that I'm an invalid in my night clothes all day, can I?
I'm home.
I'm up here.
Oh, hello, my darling. What are you doing in there? Do you know, I swear some of them women outside that school gate never go home. It's always the same ones stood there nattering. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if all their kids had grown up and left that school yonks ago and they just go for the company. I bet they do. You're a lovely. What's all this? What are you up to?
I'm sorting this house out.
Oh.
And clearing out Brian's things.
Oh, love, I was going to mention that now. But would you rather not I sorted them?
Nope.
Well, come on, I'll give you a hand.
No, it's something I want to do myself. Tell you what you can do, though.
Oh.
You can take Sarah off for the day, then pick Nikki up from school.
Yes, of course. But to tell you the truth, I'm not the world's greatest cleaner, am I? So I manage most days to take my makeup off.
It's just, if I can get a clean run at it, I can get it all done today.
All right, love.
Carry on.
Oh!
Well, what smoke detectors we have are over there on that shelf.
It's all right, I've just come back for a reel of 3 core. Thought I had one in the car, but I must have used it.
I'll see if I can find any more to show you.
Is everything all right?
Fine, yeah.
Listen, Dawn, you know that job in Preston I was telling you about?
Yeah.
And you know that we said that we must arrange to have dinner again together one night?
Well, you said.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, why don't we kill 2 birds with 1 stone? I mean, I'll be staying over the night in Preston anyway. Why don't you come up and join me? We'll make a night of it.
And this would be to discuss the business again, would it?
Well, of course. Why else would I take a pretty girl like you out to dinner?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, which is why I'm not sure.
Look, don't talk, okay? But think about it. And think positively, okay?
2 pints, please, Betty. What are you having?
Half a lager.
Half a lager.
And I'll have half a
And half a lager.
I'll get the hot pots, 4 hot pots.
Just a second, there's no hot pots today, it's staff shortage, so it's just pies and sandwiches.
Oh, well, I'll have a pie then. Anybody else? Listen, I've forgotten my wallet.
You what?
I've forgotten my wallet.
Oh, very convenient, Kelly. Very.
No, I have, honest.
Oh, come on then, I'll lend it you. I'll get you drinks.
Hello, Ken.
Oh, hello, Kenneth. Taking a brief respite from the trials and tribulations of the common round?
Well, you could say that,
Something we all need, I feel. A ration of conviviality at midday. Otherwise, you can get very desperate.
Excuse me, do you want a drink?
Oh, yes, please. Pineapple juice and half a bitter, thanks.
Am I deceived, or is that the smell of hot pot in the air?
You are deceived. Betty didn't have time to get round to it this morning, so it's just pies or sandwiches and 81 for the drinks.
Oh, there we are.
Thank you.
Right, well,
Ken, before you go, did you have time to talk to Deirdre yet about next Wednesday evening?
No, not yet, no. But I will.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye, Ken.
Bye-bye, Ken. That reminds me, Mavis, about next Wednesday.
Yes.
DP. My employer, and I might say mentor, finds he has a prior engagement.
Oh, no, not again.
Well, he is a busy man, Mavis, and busy men do have prior engagements. It's a fact of life at the level DP lives it.
This whole evening's being arranged for his benefit.
Yes, but wait. Every cloud has a silver lining. And the silver lining in this case is Ray Griffiths. Or good old Ray, as he's generally referred to in the office.
Who's Ray Griffiths?
Head of personnel. DP's number 2. Well, 3. So I've invited Ray and his wife instead of DP and his wife.
And what did he say?
Oh, he said yes. He jumped at it.
I do hope this no hot pot job's not going to be a regular thing, Betty.
Look, love, I've only got the one pair of hands.
All I'm saying is, please, could you use them to make the hot pot?
What, instead of cleaning, filling the shelves and serving and generally doing the work for 3?
Spare me, Betty, spare me. I haven't time.
No.
Look, all I'm saying is it's been proved that holidays are a great form of stress. And people would be better off without them.
Oh, well, in that case, we should be dead happy. We never get any.
Because we don't have time.
You talk a load of rubbish sometimes.
It's true.
Look, I'd rather be getting stressed on a beach any day than in Baldwin's factory.
Look, once people have booked their holidays, all they do is worry about what they should pack, what the hotel will be like, will they be delayed, will they get mugged. In fact, the happiest moment of most people's holidays is getting home alive.
You coming down the road for some lunch then, or what?
Oh, is that an invitation?
That could be. Depends how much dough I've got.
I tell you what, go on then. I'll take you both out to lunch, how's that?
Get out.
Yes? We're not pushed for time, are we? I mean, another hour will see that Parker Street job off, won't it?
But about an hour and a half.
Well, there you are, then we don't need to rush back. Well, come on. I'm not going to be making this offer every day, you know.
Why not? You talked me into it.
Good.
Sorry.
We'll go to that little wine bar off Rosamond Street, OK?
Oh, I better freshen up then.
Yeah.
Shan't be a minute.
OK, love. Take your time.
Wine bar?
Yeah. Listen, Martin. You know what would be very helpful now?
What?
If, when we get outside, you suddenly remember there's something else you got to do, and make yourself scarce, OK?
Well, you are joking me, aren't you?
No, I'm not. No, you make out you've got someone to see, and take yourself off. OK? No need to rush back. Have two of it.
Wow, I don't believe you. You've always got to be putting one over on someone, haven't you?
It's the way of the world, lad.
Oh, it's the way you are. Never mind the world. Anyway, you know, if you want to tell her a pack of lies, tell her yourself.
Martin, I don't think that's a very wise career move. You know what I mean?
No.
Oh, hi. All set?
Yeah, sorry I kept you waiting.
Oh, not at all, no. I'm afraid Martin won't be able to join us. He's suddenly remembered somebody's got to meet and he dashed off.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said. You're right.
Yeah.
Ivy! So now what?
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been 3 weeks since my last confession.
Remember, we are told, joy shall there be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth more than over 99 just persons. Now, tell me your sins.
Well, it's mainly one thing, Father. It's these feelings I have. They're nasty, unkind feelings about someone I know I should love. Someone I should be caring for, especially now. but I can't.
And why not?
Well, it's hard to explain.
Take your time.
Well, recently my son's been killed. And this person I have these feelings towards is his wife. And I know everything wasn't right between them before he died. And then since, she wouldn't let him have a proper Catholic burial. Not a mass, not anything.
I understand, yes.
And I hate her for it, Father. I can't help it.
Now, Mrs. Brennan, it is Mrs. Brennan, isn't it? Ivy?
Yes.
I know what a tragedy you've had, and you've been constantly in my prayers. But, you know, I wonder if the confessional is the best place to talk about this. What would you say to joining me for a cup of tea in my study?
Yes, Father.
Here we are again. Let's see what the answering machine's got to tell us, shall we?
Probably tell us we're late opening.
Better not do. I'm the one who decides we'll be open around here.
You're back after promising to take me to lunch and running off to meet your mate.
Is that what he told you?
Well, is it not true?
Never mind. How did you get on with his lordship?
Oh, I can manage him. Hey, but you know this Preston job?
Hmm.
It is genuine, isn't it?
Far as I know, why?
Oh. Just that he's got this strange idea that I might like to go and join him there in the evening.
Do you know, he's never so much as made about something.
Well, this could be your lucky afternoon. Judging by how much he's had to drink, anything's possible.
Is he had a skinful?
Well, I wouldn't let him climb any ladders.
Pity not working up like Paul Sound, isn't it?
Ah, you come back then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you might. Right, come on then. Let's go and finish this Parker Street job. With a bit of luck, I might let you go early. What a good governor I am, eh? See you later.
See you later.
I'm not going anywhere. Certainly not to Preston.
Gail was his wife, the mother of his children. And no doubt she was in a terrible state herself. So we have to respect her wishes, even if they're not what we would do ourselves.
Well, I've told myself that, Father, but...
And as for there being no mass said, well, that can soon be put right. I'll say a mass here for Brian, and you and your husband can attend. Because I think that's what's really worrying you, isn't it? It's not so much Gail's behavior as whether Brian is with our Lord in heaven.
Well, we'll never know that, will we, Father?
Ivy, do you believe in a loving and merciful God?
Yes, Father.
Well, that's a God that loved Brian as much as he loved anyone in the whole of his creation.
But just think how he died, Father, out in the streets, without the last sacraments or anything.
Ivy, Christ died to save sinners. He didn't die to save saints. They don't need it. Now, do you really believe that he would do all that and not take Brian into heaven? Close the gates on him, turn him away, just because he didn't happen to have the last sacraments?
Oh, no, I suppose not.
Never. Not in a million years. So, you must think of Brian as being with our Lord in heaven. That's where he is, and that's how you must think of him.
Yes, Father.
Now, what's happened is tragic. Of course it is. But we can't change that. So what we have to do now is look forward.
Yes.
So let me ask you, what do you think, Brian, up there with our Lord, what do you think Brian would be asking of you now?
Well, with regards to...
To Gail, yes. What would Brian like your attitude to be towards his wife, now that he is no longer here to care for her? Would he want you to be hostile and resentful? Or would he want you to understand why Gail did as she did? And most of all, would he not want you to be offering her the love that she must need now more than ever?
Right, looks like it's all go here, eh?
Oh, you can traipse round with the bag full if you're short of something to do.
No, thanks, I've done my share for today. Apart from some paperwork. Now, listen, I want to get something sorted out with you. You know this job I'm going after in Preston?
Yeah.
Now, you know I said I'd stay over.
Yeah.
Now, is there any day next week that is any more or less convenient than any other?
Oh, apart from Monday. Danny's birthday on Monday.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Right, not Monday then, but otherwise...
Otherwise, it makes no difference to me.
Great. Well, let's get on then. The news must get through, even though it is a load of old rubbish.
Oh, now, wasn't that considerate? Consulting you before he made his arrangements. Now, not a lot of men would have done that.
You find Derek a little cavalier in his arrangements, do you?
No, I was only speaking generally. No, Derek's very good. In fact, sometimes I think perhaps he's too considerate. I think people take advantage of him.
Oh, you do, eh?
Yes, I mean, take this boss of his. Now, I've never met him, but...
But what?
Well, I sometimes sense he treats Derek in a really offhand fashion.
Oh, well, when he comes for his dinner, you can sort him out, can't
He's
you?
not coming, actually. Claims he's got a prior engagement.
Ah.
Well, not that it matters. I mean, Derek's already invited somebody else, but when I think of all the loyalty and the enthusiasm Derek gives that firm, sometimes I just wonder what they think of him. That's all.
Can I come in for a minute, love, please?
Of course you can. Don rang earlier, by the way, wondering where you were.
Oh, I can see him later. I had to come and see you first, love, to say how sorry I am for the things I've said.
It's all right.
No, it's not, Gail. Not the state you must have been in. I've been very selfish, love, and I'm truly, truly sorry.
Come here.
I wonder you can bear to still have me in the house after all the things I've said. I've been awful.
Hey, not another word, Ivy. Just forget about it. It's all over.
Yes. And how are you then, love? And them little kiddies? They're the ones that matter now, aren't they? They're the ones that's got a future to look forward to. Oh, and you have as well.
They're all right. And I'm all right.
Good. Gail, I'm here whenever you want me, love. I know I haven't been much help these last few days, but...
I said not another word about
I know, love, but it's just... No. You're right. We're looking forward. And with God's help, I know we've got a lot of lovely things to look forward to. I just know we have.
It's the only way. I've just got more work than I can cope with at the moment. Quiet, please, Bessie.
Right.
Whatever she wants.
I'll just have a Coke, please. Oh, right, don't love it.
So what am I supposed to do then? Sit in on my own all night?
It's not all night. It's just for a couple of hours.
Anyway, it's not that. It's the effect it's going to have on you. You're going to make yourself ill with all this work and then I'll look after that blessed garage, eh?
Large Coke, please, mate.
Yeah, well, it's not forever, is it? It's just for now.
Well, you just got to tell them, Kev. You've got too much work on.
Well, this is work what's already in, work what's been promised.
Don't you think he's been a fool to himself, Mr.
Hey, leave it, eh?
I don't think I qualify for marriage guidance, love.
No, but he's working morning, noon and night trying to keep that garage together, all because of what happened to Brian. And it's not fair, Kevin. It just really isn't.
Yeah, well, I think people are only staying if they have to wait an extra day or two to get the cars fixed.
There you see.
There you are, 120, lovely.
Cheers, Bessie. Go and sit down.
Thank you, love. Thank you.
Bessie, love, I've been thinking.
Oh, yeah.
We can't carry on like this, can we? Rushed off our feet and getting fractious with one another.
I wasn't aware that I was getting fractious with anybody.
Well, one of us were. If it weren't you, it must have been me then.
Oh, well, your apologies accepted.
I wasn't aware I'd made one.
Provided you're going to do something about it, like get somebody in.
I will, Betty, yes.
When? Tonight? Tomorrow?
As soon as possible, Betty. As soon as is humanly possible.
Oh.
What's she married? She works with us.
She won't because Gail's not been in, has she?
Well, we can ask her, can't we?
So leave it, eh?
Oh, this is Pia.
Hello, love. Not my lucky night. More up my hand, it had been my lucky night for days.
Oh. Mrs. Pierce, do you know anything about Gail? What her plans are?
Oh, no, love. Do you know I haven't seen Gail since funeral?
See? Told you.
I mean, with regard to the garage, because you know Kevin's having to do all work there.
Which I don't mind.
And I do.
Well, it's been a bit like that at Cafe. Alma's been coming in to help what little use she is. No, love. I'm afraid we'll have to be patient and bide our time till Gail feels up to it again.
No, if we time it right for the main feature, then we'll miss all the advertisements and trailers.
Oh, we're going to the flicks, are you? That's just nice, Derek.
Yes. I've always been fond of the silver screen. Ever since I was a lad, I used to watch Roy Rogers on a Saturday afternoon. The singing cowboy.
Oh, that was entertaining.
It was. Tell me, Mavis, I've forgotten, what was the name of Roy Rogers' horse?
Oh, Derek, I don't know. And another thing I don't know is what I'm going to do for this dinner party. Now, look, this Ray somebody and his wife.
Arthur Dabner.
Oh, you said he was called Ray.
Yes, he was, yes. But he checked with his wife and he found he had a prior engagement.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, perhaps it's the same prior engagement DP had.
Oh, I don't think that's likely. They move in very different circles.
Never mind. Who is this Arthur, then?
Arthur Dabner, chief accountant.
Well, has he checked with his wife, or are we going to find that he's got a prior engagement?
No, he
as
doesn't
well?
have to, Mavis. He doesn't have a wife.
Well, who's he bringing, then?
Nobody. No, well, I'm sure you can get over a little problem like that, Mavis, and find another female. It's not too difficult, is it? Trigger.
Pardon?
Roy Rogers' horse. Trigger.
Thank you. Good night. Right, I'm off.
Hey. Yeah. I've got a better idea. Stay and have a drink with me.
No, thanks.
I said have a drink.
Mr. Bradley, I don't want a drink, and I don't like whiskey anyway.
Well, I'll get you something else then. Eh? Hey. We can go to that, we can go to that wine bar again, yeah? I mean, we've got to decide about this Preston trip, haven't we?
There's nothing to decide, I told you.
You don't mean that, do you? Eh?
I'm tired anyway. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
No, it's not okay, love!
Mr.
I'm getting a bit tired of you and your little games.
Please get off
I've
me.
got your number, love, don't you worry.
Oh, please, you've had too much to drink.
Out to lunch, out to dinner and skip away at the last minute. Well, the game's over, love. It's just you and me now. No Martin, no customers, just you and me, okay? Oh! Come here, you...
Selsley's garage. Oh, hang on. Hello? Sorry, Mr. Lewis, I can't do a thing before Wednesday at the earliest. Yeah, I know you're a regular customer, but well, you'll have to appreciate I'm on my own for the time being. Oh, take it you've not heard then? Oh, there was a fight. And Brian got stabbed. Yeah, there was nothing we could do. Yeah, dreadful. We all were, yeah. I'll pass it on. Okay, then I'll put you down for Wednesday, okay? Ta-da.
Tragic, that, about young Tilsley.
Yeah, it was.
Shocking world we live in. So you're coping on your Todd?
That's true, don't I?
I gather business hasn't suffered too much, though.
Oh, I can fit you in early next week if you can hang on. What's the problem, Mr.
Casey, do you get much contract work in a place this size?
Some. Got a couple of small van flukes we look after. Do a good job as well. That's your line. I can get you the quote. Give me a day or so.
You're not a slacker, though, are you, lad? Even with no boss in charge. So what do they call you, then?
Webster. Kevin Webster. Only I've got a lot to do, Mr. Casey.
And I'm holding you up quite right. Will you get on with it? I'll wait.
Wait?
For Mrs. Tilsley.
What's the... Does she know you're coming?
We made an appointment on the phone last night. You just carry on, son. Don't mind me.
Dawn's late.
Seems so, yeah.
Not like her, is it, eh?
So she's overslept. I've got other things to worry about this morning, Martin. Like that installation at Crawford's, for one.
Here you go. So, every night last night then, was it?
Was what?
I don't know, do I? When you took her out to lunch, had a few bevies. Thought you might have talked her into carrying on the party after we shut.
There was no party, Martin. And I don't know where Dawn is, okay?
What's the bag doing there, then?
Go and get started on that Crawford's job, right? I'll come and join you when she turns up.
Excuse me. Oh, is someone to see you?
Mr. Casey?
Yeah.
Sorry I'm late. Had to have a word with my son's teacher.
It's all right, love. I can imagine you must have plenty on your plate right now.
I'm managing, thank you.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Still, you'll be glad to get this place off your hands.
For the right price.
No, that goes without saying. I'm not the sort of chap who'd try and take advantage of a woman on her own, love.
I'm very pleased to hear it, Mr. Casey, because you'll be wasting your time.
Well, you're a cool customer, Mrs. Tilsley. I like that. I think we can do business.
Oh, Emily!
Birds have flown.
Pub?
Birds have flown, love.
Oh, I was hoping to catch Emily. I mean, I know she does go in a bit later someday.
No, I saw her toddling off about half an hour ago when I was fetching milk in.
Not to worry. I'll write her a note. Oh, sorry. Thank you. You see, we're entertaining tomorrow evening a senior colleague of Derek's.
Ah, very good.
Yes, well, I always thought, oh, if ever I get married, it'd be lovely playing hostess. No, I mean, the right wife can do a lot to further a man's career.
You know, that's just what I tell Aggie.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I tell her if only she could learn how to change spark plugs and check tyre pressure, she'd be a big help to me. It's a waste of time, though. She just gives me deafened.
Isn't it gorgeous? Rita and my dad bought him. It's real gold, you know.
So, Liz Taylor, eat your heart out, eh?
I like it because it's not ostentatious, is it? Subtlety's more my style.
Oh, so you won't be wanting that mink jacket I've ordered for you then?
Well, I certainly wouldn't wear something a little harmless animal had to die for, thank you.
She's heavily into causes at the moment.
Well, don't knock it. I wish a few more girls had her point of view.
Do you?
Yes, they'd blokes like me a fortune if they'd be content with a bit of fake bunny. I suppose you have very serious thoughts about the ozone layer as well, have you?
Well, yeah, I mean, if we don't watch out, you know, we're all going to be in big trouble.
Still, I don't suppose fancy French perfume comes in aerosols, does it? Here, buy yourself something that's an absolute knockout. There you go.
Are you sure?
Positive. Even though you won't invite me to your birthday bash with all those new-world teenagers gyrating in the micro minis.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Bolden. That's lovely of you.
I know I keep telling everyone I'm a lovely fellow. I just don't understand why they won't believe me. Good morning, Mavis.
See you tomorrow.
Isn't that nice of him?
Smashing.
I think it's rather suspect myself.
What is?
Well, at his age, angling to come to a birthday party.
He was only kidding, Mavis.
Well, all I know is that a man like my Derek wouldn't dream of wanting to go to an 18-year-old's birthday party.
Well, it's just as well I'm not inviting him then, isn't it? To our girls. Well, I'll think it over and I'll be in touch, Mr. Casey.
Well, I'd not leave it too long, mind. This isn't the only garage on the market.
I'll bear that in mind.
I see.
Bye.
The slimy toe rag.
He's only trying to get himself the best deal, same as I am.
Oh, so you're going to sell it him, are you?
Well, I'm considering it. I mean, it's knocked me down a bit, but it is a cash offer.
Oh? What do you know about him?
I don't need to know anything about him other than he's a bona fide buyer. Whether he's kind to his mother-in-law or whatever's his business.
Oh, I see. And what about me? Where do I figure into all this?
You don't have to worry. He's going to need staff, and I'll give you a first-class recommendation.
Oh, and suppose I don't want to work for him?
That's up to you, Kevin. You're a good mechanic. You get a job anywhere.
You never even thought to offer it me, did you?
Offer you what?
This place, to buy it!
Well, no. Can you?
Suppose not. But you might have offered it me.
Oh, good, you've been to the dry cleaners. Must be wanting me cavalry twills.
The woman who works there was so excited. She was telling me her daughter's been trying for a baby for years and she's just found out she's expecting.
Yes, yes. Do you ever regret never having had a family, Mrs. Bishop?
Often in the past, but it wasn't to be.
No, it was like me and my wife, and then there's them that have kids, and they treat them worse than animals.
Life can seem spectacularly unfair at times.
Not.
I try and tell myself it's all part of some vast plan. Goodness, we are getting serious. What's this?
Oh, I found it on the map when I came in. Mrs. Wilton's giving a dinner party tomorrow night. I couldn't help reading it. It came unfolded as I picked it up.
Oh, well, something to look forward to.
Well, I hope she don't get too carried away with her fancy French cooking. There was enough garlic in the mushroom patty she made for a Christmas Eve do to kill off her whole flock of vampires. I hate the damn stuff.
Well, I'm not sure that the invitation includes both of us, Mr. Sugden.
Oh, it must do. Let me have a look. We're giving a little dinner party tomorrow night. Do hope you can make it. We'll call later, Love Macy's. Of course I'm invited. It'll be for couples, won't it? I mean, they'd never invite a lady unescorted. It wouldn't be etiquette. Anyway, it'd be his way of thanking me formally, like.
Thanking you for what?
Doing duty as the best man when they got wed. You know, I think if it had not been for me, Derek Wilton wouldn't be the happily married man that he is today.
Hey, Pat. A lemonade, please, and I'll wait till Kev comes to have something to eat.
Have you been treating your little self?
Yeah, I've just bought a new frock for Jenny's party. I thought with all sexy young girls going, I've got to make a bit of an effort.
Sexy young girls, I like it. I only wish I was her age. I only wish I was your age.
Right, we'll go sit down. See you in a minute. Oh, parties. I completely forgot.
So don't tell me we're invited.
No, not Jenny. Mavis's dinner party tomorrow night. She collared me in the street.
Lord, what did you tell her?
Well, said I'd ask you.
Oh, flipping heck, Barlow. If there was an Olympics in book passing, you'd get a gold medal.
What else could I say on the spur of the moment?
You could have told her we had a prior engagement.
Ah, yeah, I didn't think about that. But then, my sex don't have your feminine gift of fibbing on your feet.
Oh,
why? What's she been saying?
She's just got on me goat the way she's going around arranging things with that bloke without a dicky bird to me. It's on my flaming oil rag or something instead of running the place. What do you want to eat?
Be fair, Kev, she's got a lot to cope with.
Yeah, and so have I. And on me tub. Shepherd's pie,
Oh, anything. She won't sign anything without putting you in the picture first.
No, to say she tells me she's definitely selling to this geezer. What then?
Then you find out what sort of a deal he's offering,
Yeah,
can't you?
and suppose I don't like it at him, hey? Then what? Sling me up, start all over again?
Why do you have to be such a flaming pessimist? You weren't so thrilled what where things were going when Brian was there. How do you know this bloke might be an improvement? He might put money in, Kev, bring in more trade, like we were going to do when we talked about this partnership.
Yeah, that was another daft pipe dream of yours, wasn't it, as I remember? Shepherd's pie.
Nothing, Kevin, I've lost my appetite.
Right, cheers. Thanks a lot. Ta-ra now. Go. You here? So you didn't get worried.
I'll bet you were.
Well, it's just that you usually ring if you're going to be late, don't you?
You really expected me to come in this morning as if nothing had happened?
We'll talk about this later.
Oh, you needn't worry about Lynn. She's a friend of mine. In case I need a witness.
A witness?
To any more of your dirty tricks.
Well, I don't know what she told you, Lynn, but what happened was this. I got drunk and made a pass at her. That's all. No big deal. She got hysterical. Huh. Dear, oh dear.
Hysterical?
You're an attractive girl. It can't be the first time a bloke's made a pass at you, surely.
You didn't make a pass. You tried to rape me.
Oh, come on. It's a bit strong, isn't it?
It's the truth. You're a bastard, Alan Bradley. A lying, scheming sod. Well, I know what you're up to. And it's high time somebody put an end to your nasty little games.
Oh, all right. I'm not serving it.
That's all right. I'm waiting for Dawn.
Dawn? She turned up then. She okay?
Depends what you mean by okay.
What's she wanting this morning? Oh, see. I'm Martin, by the way. I work here and all.
Yeah, she's told me about you. She's told me all about this place.
I'll make you a coffee, but looks like you're having a barney or something.
Hang on. Just let me get this straight. You are suing me for sexual harassment? Is that right?
It's a cut-and-dried case.
On what grounds?
On what grounds? On the grounds you only tried to tear my clothes off.
But that's just your word against mine, isn't it? There were no witnesses, love. But you did come out to lunch with me. Plenty of witnesses there. And you came out to a nightclub with me. Mike Baldwin, among others, could testify to that. And at neither of these two places did you appear to be there against your will.
But it was business. You said we were there to talk about work.
I can just hear the chairman of the tribunal. Are you seriously telling us, Miss Prescott, that you went to an expensive nightclub with Mr. Bradley and thought you were there to talk about selling burglar alarms?
You're just twisting everything.
I'm just trying to point out to you how it's going to sound to other people. And what a fool you're going to make of yourself if you insist on going through with this. It'll be obvious you've done it for revenge. Because I sacked you.
You didn't sack me. I walked out. I wouldn't work here if I was starving.
Okay. So you left of your own free will. But you've got to prove that, love. You've got to prove everything.
Don't think for 1 minute that this is the end of it. Because it isn't. Come on, Lynn, we're going.
What's going on? What was all that about then, eh?
I had to sack her. She didn't take it too well.
Why? What's she done wrong?
Ask too many questions.
No, of course Mr. Sugden's not invited. Whatever made you think that he was?
Well, your note was rather ambiguous.
It was not at all ambiguous. It was addressed to Emily Bishop. Well, he's not Emily Bishop, is he?
Don't start getting fractious with me, please, Mavis. I've got enough to do now soothing his ruffled feathers. He assumed he'd be escorting me, that's all.
You've already got an escort. Derek's firm's chief accountant is coming.
Oh, Lord, you're not trying to pair me off, are you?
Oh, don't be silly, Emily. We just needed an unattached woman to make up the numbers.
Oh, see, so you invited me. Oh, well, thanks. I'll do my best not to let you down in front of Derek's chief accountant.
I think you could have been a teeny bit more tactful there, Mavis.
You'd think she'd be grateful to be invited to a nice evening out. Oh, these single, middle-aged women that can be so touchy.
Well, I'll not disgrace you tomorrow night, Mrs. Bishop. You can always tell a gentleman by the state of his footwear.
About tomorrow night.
Well, I've been thinking of wearing my sports jacket and my cavalry twills. Perhaps you would think a suit would be more right for the occasion.
It's rather embarrassing. I'm afraid you're not invited.
Not invited? What about that note they put through the door?
It was intended only for me. I've spoken to Mavis and she was quite specific.
Inviting a woman on her own? Well, she doesn't know much about etiquette. You don't have odd numbers at a dinner party for starters.
No, I don't think there will be an odd number, Mr. Sugden. I gather Mavis has got it all in hand. I'm sorry.
Oh, there's nothing for you to apologise for, Mrs. Bishop. Happen I did jump to conclusions. And there's no reason in the world why Mrs. Wilton should feel compelled to invite me just because I'm on my own and don't get invited out all that often. No reason at all. Still, I've saved myself a job for Sunday morning.
Derek.
There, that's for tomorrow evening.
Well, it looks as if it's going to be a boozy do.
Well, Arthur is a bit of a wine buff. We don't want him to think that we don't know the difference between a Sauvignon and a Muscadet.
What is the difference, Derek?
Well, different grapes, aren't they? You did say it was poultry?
Yes, poulet forestier. That's chicken with mushrooms.
Oh, I'm glad you told me. I'd have thought it were chicken with little bits of twig.
No. And then I'm doing a homemade patty for starters, and we're finishing with raspberry pavlova and a cheese board.
Ay, gum, I hope this pal of yours appreciates good cooking, Derek.
Oh, Arthur's not so much an intimate as a colleague. A man I admire as a sober and industrious member of our management team.
Well, he sounds a bungler of laughs.
Well, I hope he realises we've just got a modest home. I expect his is rather grand, given his position with the company.
Oh, there's no side to Arthur. He may be chief accountant, but he's not a man to forget his humble roots.
Oh, hi.
Now, listen, love, tell me something. What's so wonderful about humble roots that people shouldn't forget them? I've been trying to forget mine for years.
I have no idea. Listen, Jenny came into the shop, so I promised I'd take her and Joanne for a birthday drink at the Rovers before they come on for their tea, okay?
Oh, lovely. Well, I shall be through here in about half an hour. I'll see you in there.
Smashing. Oh, there's a bit of an upset at work today, I'm afraid.
Oh?
Yeah, I had to get rid of the girl.
Dawn? Why? I thought she was good.
Well, they all are at first, aren't they? Then they get familiar, and then they start taking liberties.
Oh, love, what will you do?
I'll have to get somebody else. She'll not be missed. I'll see you later on then.
Yeah.
Okay, love.
Bye, love.
Bye now.
Oh, there we are. Oh, I've got some news for you about tomorrow night.
It's been cancelled.
Better than that, Percy Sugden's going.
Oh, right, that settles it. Out with the voodoo kit and pray for a severe attack of laryngitis.
Hey, you shouldn't wish illness on yourself, not even in joke.
I'm not wishing it on myself, I'm wishing it on him.
Yes, we do.
Well, I only hope that, you know, he's chalking this one up, that's all.
I don't really feel like a drink.
So have an orange juice. The kids are fine with Ivy. It'll do her good, stuffing food into the little chops. And it won't do you any harm either to get out amongst people and relax for 5 minutes.
How are you doing, Petal?
I'm bearing up, thanks.
That's the ticket. The kiddies all right?
They're fine.
Go on, ask her.
In here?
Kevin, why not? That Casey fella's probably got his solicitor on the job already.
Hey, look, love, if there's help me and Alvira can do it at any time.
Yes, thanks, Jack.
Is it convenient to have a word?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's about the garage.
Look, I've told you not to worry. I'm sure whatever happens, there'll be a job there for you.
Yeah, well, it's not that. We was thinking we'd like to make an offer for the business ourselves.
Oh, hang on a minute, lads. You've been a bit previous there. I'm sure girls not up to discussing selling yet.
No, it's all right, Don. I've actually seen a potential customer as it happens. Kevin knows that. Are you serious?
Yeah, very.
Do you know how much I'm asking?
20 grand.
Mr. Casey's offered 18 and a half. That's for the lease, fixtures and fittings and goodwill. It's a good price, and I'm afraid it's not open to offers. I've got my children's future to think about. But if you can match it, well, I'm sure we can.
Have a damn good try. How long have we got?
24 hours.
Aye, mate.
I'm sorry, Kevin. I know it's not easy, but... Well, I promised Mr. Casey I'd let him know one way or the other, and I can't afford to lose a serious buyer.
Ta-ra, see you again.
Oh. You look surprised to see me.
Well, yes, I am, as a matter of fact.
Alan's told you what happened then?
Well, of course.
Did he now? And what was his version? Don't tell me, let me guess. He sacked me for incompetence?
Look, Dawn, if Alan felt you weren't suitable, that's his prerogative. Look, I'm sorry, love, you've lost your job, but it's no use coming here asking me to intervene. That business is his. It doesn't concern me.
Maybe. But I think you should know the truth about the sort of man you've got lodging with you.
Lodging with me?
Look, I know there's nothing between you anymore, but I think you're still...
Look, Rita, if you want to get off early, I'll...
It's all right, Mavis. We'll be gone from here in 5 minutes.
Here she is. Here's the birthday girl.
Hey, it's Scuba's, you know. It's Joanne's on Thursday. We're having a joint party at the Malt Lake next week.
Oh, just slumming it tonight then, are we?
Yes, that's right. Well, we went to disco and you can't really have a disco in here.
No, but you can have me and intimate cabaret, darling. That's even better, thank heaven. For little girls get bigger every day.
Second thought, you do right to pick them all leg.
What do you not so little girls want?
Well, are we waiting for Rita?
No, she'll be along later.
Firstly, he didn't sack me. I walked out.
Look, there's nothing to be gained coming here telling me tales.
And do you know why I walked out? Because he practically tried to rape me. I don't suppose he told you that either.
Now, you really are going too far, inventing these ridiculous lies.
Really? Drunk out of his skull he was. Do you know what? If I hadn't managed to get out of that office when I did, God knows what would have happened. Oh, I knew he was a womanizer from the start. At that opening party when that Carol Burns woman turned up and made a scene. But I thought I got his measure. He's just an aging Romeo still trying to prove he can make it. But I kidded myself I could handle it. Until last night.
You mean the boot's on the other foot, don't you? You fancied Alan, and he wasn't interested. Isn't that a more accurate picture, lady? And that's why you're here now, trying to stir up trouble. For heck, it's true what they say about a woman scorned. Come on your bike.
If you don't believe me, why don't you ask him?
I intend to. And I know what he'll say, I know.
Oh, so do I. His word against mine. But there's another thing you could ask him while you're at it. Ask him why he gets phone calls and correspondence for your husband.
My husband? Now I know you're out of your mind, girl. My husband died over 5 years ago.
Maybe. But Alan regularly gets letters addressed to Mr. Fairclough. He doesn't know I've seen them. Mr. Leonard Fairclough. I take it your husband's name was Leonard.
Oh, there you go. Hey, it should be thanks to bundle.
You what?
It's a joke. You know, bundle, papers. Have you got an espresso in this lot?
I dare say.
Cheers.
You're out and about early, aren't you?
Yeah, I've been running.
I didn't know you were athletically inclined.
Oh, I'm not. Had a game of five-a-side though last week. Had to carry me off after 5 minutes. I was half dead. So I'm trying to rediscover my lungs.
There we go.
Cheers. Can I pay you later? I've got no money.
Yeah, of course you can.
Cheers. Right, sorry.
Martin?
Yeah?
Why did Alan sack Dawn?
No idea.
I mean, she seemed a nice enough girl.
Yeah, she did.
Knew what she were about.
She did.
Well, didn't she tell you?
No.
Weren't you and her a bit pally?
Not especially, no.
She'd not been up to anything, had she? You know, stick your finger.
No. Definitely not, no.
Well, that's funny.
Why?
Well, you seem to know one reason why she didn't leave, but not one why she did.
Hello, Mrs. Fairclough. I just work for Alan. I mean, I'm a labourer. I mean, it's not on the job list. I'm not interested. I've learned that through experience. Cheers. Bye, now.
Derek, it's gone 8. You're going to be late for the office if you don't get up soon.
What's up, Mavis? Doing the exercises. A fit body means a clear, incisive business brain. Do you know people say I'm one of the fittest men in the office?
Oh, talking of the office, Derek, I haven't slept a wink worrying about this dinner party tonight. I mean, I can't see the point of it now.
Can't see the point? Why ever not?
Well, I mean, the original point was to impress your boss, DP.
Not impress, Mavis. You make me sound like some sort of office toady. Now, the idea is to meet him in a friendly, convivial atmosphere, away from the stresses and protocol of work, so we can both see through the official facade and plumb one another's inner depths, as it were.
Well, you won't be plumbing DP's inner depths, will you? Because he won't be here, and neither will his second in command.
Third. It was just a series of unfortunate accidents, Mavis.
Oh, like at the last party we gave for him.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Anyway, Arthur's coming. And he's no make-weight, believe me.
What exactly is his position again?
Chief accountant, no less.
Well, do we have to make quite as much fuss for a chief accountant?
But of course we do, Mavis. He is still senior management.
I thought we weren't trying to impress anybody.
There's no reason to let standards slip, is it, Mavis? No, what's worrying me is whether Emily Bishop is up to an evening of sophisticated dinner-table chatter.
Oh, well, we'll put her through a crash course in social graces this afternoon, shall we?
Huh?
Hiya.
How have you managed to escape Stella Golf?
I'm on an errand. Have you done it?
Done what?
Fixed up to see the bank manager.
I've not had time, have I? This car's got to be finished before lunchtime.
You're putting it off, Kevin.
I'm not.
We've only got till tomorrow to raise the money to buy this place. You know we are.
So, I said I'll do it when I've got time, didn't I?
Oh, blame it.
What are you doing?
I'm phoning up the bank manager, aren't I?
I said I'll do it, didn't I?
Yeah, well, you're busy, aren't you, Kevin? So I'll do it.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, ha. I thought you both deserted your posts and gone off on the razzle.
That'll be the day. What are you doing here?
Well, I was passing, so I thought I'd come in and tell you that I might be a bit late tonight. There's this job I promised this bloke I'll finish, and he'll have my ears for side plates if I don't.
Right. I don't suppose it's helped losing Dawn, has it?
Oh, that's right, no. It means that Martin's stuck in the shop all the time.
I could be a help there, you know.
Oh, no thanks, Doc, no. Well, you've got enough on your plate, haven't you? Where's Mavis?
Oil in the hostess trolley.
Ah, well, there you are, you see. You're going to be busy today. Right, well, see you about 7 then, eh?
7?
Bye, love.
Bye.
Yes.
Well, I just popped up to tell you. What are you doing with all them cookery books? You've already decided what you're giving them tonight.
Yes, I know I have, but, oh, chicken, don't you think it's a bit plain, a bit ordinary? I mean, even if it is disguised as poulet forestier. This Arthur Dabner's an unknown quantity, but I'm sure Ken Barlow's got a very
Mavis, I'm
sophisticated
sorry about
appetite.
this, but I've got to go out.
Out? Where?
To help Alan in the shop, just for an hour.
Well, what about our shop? Oh, look, he said I could have the rest of the day off to get ready for tonight. Now, I haven't even started yet.
It's only for an hour or two.
An hour or two can be vital when you're preparing a dinner party for 6.
Well, you'll just have to hold the fort. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to. I'll be as quick as I can.
Rita!
Your date is today.
Don't you know then?
I'm asking you.
Have you gone gaga or something? It's Wednesday, isn't it?
No, I've not gone gaga. It happens to be the National No Smoking Day. And there you are, smoking away like a factory chimney. You're not setting a very good example, are you? You're killing yourself, you know.
Everything I do is unhealthy, according to the quacks, but here I am. Large as life, twice as chirpy.
Aye, famous last words. And here's another one, I know.
What? Give us a clue.
Smoker. It's National No Smoking Day today. It's just a day to give up the filthy habit.
I will.
Today?
Yeah, I've been going to do it for years.
On your honour?
I've said on Saturday.
I'll bet you a quid she don't.
You're on. I'll take the word of a lady.
It's no lady.
Betty, will you collect some empty glasses, please, love, when you've got rid of that?
Well, where's Jack?
Well, he's down the cellar.
Skiving.
I sent him to get some pale ales.
Getting beyond a joke, this is, you know. I mean, we need another pair of hands in this bar. It's making me ill, love it, all this running around like a maniac.
I've got somebody coming for an interview today.
I'll leave that when I see it, I know. Yeah, don't need you.
Keep your eyes open, then.
What's she whinging about now?
You! What have you been doing with them ales? Brewing them?
Well, she's getting past it, Betty, definitely.
Just get them ales on the shelf and then get some serving done,
Look, I
Jack.
am pulling my weight. It's her as a flaming dead loss.
There you go. And you should have no problem fitting it. If you do, just give us a bell and nip round.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Mealsman's very handy.
Is he? That's pity. Hello, Mrs. Fairclough. Come to buy a burger and lamb, have you?
I'm your relief, Martin.
Oh, relief.
Yeah, Alan was telling me how push for time he is on this job that he's doing.
Huh?
So I'm here to take over for a couple of hours while you can go and help him.
All right.
Off you go. You got your car?
No.
Right, take mine.
Okay. I'll just get my coat then. You sure you can cope?
Everything's priced, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Don't cope.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye, then. Hello?
What are you doing here?
Rita's took over in the shop.
Whose idea was that?
That was hers. She just turned up, said she was taking over. What do you want me to do?
Here, finish fixing that sensor. I got an errand to do.
I can't test that though, not you, eh?
Just do it, Martin.
What's going on?
It's like Miami Vice, isn't it? What are you doing?
Hey. Thanks for standing in. You shouldn't have done it, actually, because you've got your own shop to look after, haven't you?
Oh, it's okay.
As a matter of fact, I was just on my way back when Martin arrived.
Oh?
Yeah, it's for my briefcase. There's a wiring diagram in there that I need, you know. I bet Mavis is throwing a bit of a wobbler, isn't she, with you not being there? You know, she won't be able to peel the spuds, will she, or defrost the hamburgers. Right, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll work through the lunch hour and then I'll send Martin back, okay?
No push?
Oh, no, I will. So, he should be back about 2, is that all right? You know where everything is, don't you?
Yes.
Right, I'll see you later. Bye.
Hello, I'm just checking that I am expected at 7ish tonight.
I wouldn't bother coming, Emily.
Is it off?
I wish it was. Rita's deserted me. She's left me looking after the shop, and I've done nothing yet. Absolutely nothing. I mean, if she doesn't come back soon, we'll be eating out of tins.
It can't be that bad, Mavis. It's still only lunchtime.
Only lunchtime. Have you any idea how long it takes to prepare a dinner party for 6?
Well, I have, actually.
Well, I mean, a dinner party for 6 doesn't just happen, Emily. It has to be prepared and cooked, and it has to be designed, and all that takes time, Emily. Time, and time is what we're fast running out of.
Steady on, Mavis. I'm sure that Rita will be back soon.
Do you think that chicken is all right for a chief accountant?
Pardon?
Well, I just wonder if I should have gone for something more exotic, like individual quail.
Chicken will be fine. Now, I'll see you at 7. And don't worry. I'm sure the meal will be fit for a king, never mind a chief accountant. Oh, what's his name, by the way?
Arthur something or other.
Arthur? Well, he can't be a very grand person, can he, with a name like Arthur?
Well, he'd better be grand. He'd better be oozing authority and charisma, or I'll brain that Derek, I really will.
Yes, well, see you later, Mavis.
Hey, it's nearly closing time.
I know it is.
Well, what time did you tell her to come?
Closing time.
Couldn't have been fine, did she?
Is that door locked yet, Betty? Because I haven't locked it.
Do you think there's anybody coming to see about that job, Betty?
She better have, because I'm fed up with working like a donkey.
Well, it's no skin off mine, old whether she hires anybody or not, so I can cope.
Well, you could cope doing next to nothing.
Rubbish, I could run this pub on my own.
Run it down, you mean? Oh, excuse me. Can I help you, lovey?
Mrs. Gilroy?
No, she's in the back.
Maureen Talbot. I'm here about the job.
Oh, yes, I'll go and get her.
Jack Duckworth.
Hello.
Aye, the real boss, Sally Gilroy, is away, see.
Is he?
Aye. I keep the engine running for him, you know.
Do you?
Yes, I'm like landlord in all but name.
Hello, Beth Gilroy. Maureen Talbot. Thanks very much for coming. Shall we take the weight off our feet? Jack, give the floor a bit of a sweep before you go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin.
Sorry? What's wrong?
Sorry I'm so late. I've been that busy. Any news?
No.
Does that mean you can't raise the money?
I need more time.
Do you want more time?
Yeah, of course I do.
But you wouldn't be suicidal if I sold the garage to Mr. Casey.
Take a lot to make me feel suicidal.
Then I will.
It's your decision.
Yeah, I seem to be making a lot of them these days. Decisions.
Suppose so.
Anyway, if I sell the garage to Mr. Casey, it'll be one less worry off my mind.
Yeah.
Right then.
Gail? Who exactly is this Tom Casey?
He says he sells used cars. Seems pretty with it. Who knows, Kevin? You might go right to the top with him.
Table looks very splendid, Mavis.
Do you think so?
Very professional indeed. I've not seen these wine glasses before, have I? Who gave us these?
Nobody. I bought them specially.
Oh, very smart.
Well, they ought to be. They cost nearly £10 each.
£10? That's a bit expensive, isn't it?
Well, dinner parties don't come cheap, Derek. I mean, there's not much change from £100 for this little lot, including the glasses.
I'd no idea.
No, I know you haven't. Anyway, you've got a whole month to worry about paying me because I got most of it on my credit card. How do I look, by the way?
Oh, the hostess with the mostess.
Oh, Derek, I feel so flustered. I think I've got a red flush on my neck.
Oh, now, Mavis, there's nothing to worry about. Just leave it to me to point the evening in the right direction. And then we just let it all happen.
All right.
Oh. Preferably around Arthur, if you see what I mean.
Yes. Oh. Hello. Hello. Oh, well, let me. Oh, thank you. Let me take your coat.
Thank
you. Where's Derek?
Well, he's gone back to let Arthur in. Well, I think it's Arthur.
Unless it's one of the royals, gate crashing.
Who exactly is Arthur? Well, Derek's chief accountant. Well, the firm's.
Oh, in other words, the real power in the office.
Let me introduce Arthur, everybody. Arthur Dabner, my friend and colleague. Well, that was the collective introduction. Individually, this is... Oh, yeah, Mavis, my wife.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh, yes, similar.
Right, Percy, you owe me a...
You what?
Still smoking?
After all she said. Have you a minute, Mrs. Gilroy?
Yes, Percy.
You brought me a promise.
Promise? What promise?
To stop smoking.
Oh, I'll do it tomorrow, Percy. I've had a very trying day.
But tomorrow might be too late. You could be coughing your way into a coffin by then. Anyway, you shouldn't be smoking behind the bar. It's illegal.
Very true, Percy. Which is why I'm just about to dock it before I go back behind the bar.
She'll never stop.
It beats me what folk will do to their bodies. Smoking, supping too much, wrong kind of food. Oh, dear me, no exercise, complete lack of discipline.
Unfortunately, that comes under the heading of the great god, pleasure. I blame sandpits myself.
Look, you can get pleasure from clean living and being healthy. Look at me. I'm in my 60s and I could walk straight to the SAS.
Did you give her the job then?
No.
Well, I thought you...
Oh, I've got somebody else to see. But I can't see her being an improvement on Mrs. Talbot. She is probably the world's most perfect bar person.
Blimey, wish you'd cheer up, woman. He doesn't worry me, does this Casey guy?
I don't know why, but he sounds like a right wide boy, you know. He probably has plans to turn the garage into a massage parlour.
Oh, well, we're a lot cleaner than mending motors.
It's not funny, Kevin. You could be out of work instead of owning the place.
Oh, thank you very much. Build me confidence, I must say.
Well, tell me one thing. Did you really ask Gail for some more time?
Yeah, of course I did. I did.
Hello then. What are you going to
I feel wild tonight. Put a dash of lime in my orange juice.
Rita.
Usual. A vodka and tonic.
And a pint for me, please.
You all right? You're very quiet tonight.
I'm fine.
Well, that was a marvellous meal, Mary.
Yes, it was.
Thank you very much.
Oh, don't forget to give me the recipe for the pudding. What was it again?
Raspberry pavlova.
Oh, yes, I love they are. Such a wonderful mixture of mountains and seas.
Are you sure you wouldn't like a piece of pavlova?
Well,
Arthur?
Sorry?
Pavlova. Would you like a piece?
Oh, no thanks. Adequate sufficiency and all that. I'll tell you another spot I like in Mallorca. Far enough away from the madding crowd.
How about some cheese?
Now, what is it?
Arthur?
Sorry?
Cheese? Would you like some cheese? We've got, Stilton and Camembert.
Nothing from Morsel, really.
Anybody like cheese?
No, thank you, Derek.
No, not for me, thank you.
Well, I'll get the coffee then.
Oh, good.
Shall I? Derek, would you give me a hand, please?
Yes, you could do the coffee.
You didn't tell me it got an appetite like a sparrow, did you?
I didn't know, did I?
I mean, he's not exactly the life and soul of the party. He's hardly said a word.
No, except to Emily. It really is too bad of her to monopolise him like that. He must be bored out of his mind.
Take these cups and sauces.
Oh, where's Arthur? Oh, I hope you've not driven him to seek refuge there, Emily.
I don't think so. No.
Where's your friend gone, then? Oh, I must say you seem to be getting on very well with him.
Very nice. I must say I'm a bit confused, though.
Confused? What about?
Oh, Arthur.
Well?
He's not the chief accountant at Eric's firm.
He's not? What is he then?
He's just an accountant. Recently promoted from wages clerk after studying at night school.
Wages clerk?
No coffee for Arthur, Mavis.
Right, dear.
And that's not all. He's asked me out for a meal. Is something wrong, Mavis?
Oh, no, Emily, no. I just love working myself into a state of physical and nervous exhaustion for absolutely no purpose than to provide you with an opportunity to pick up a man.
Right. Sit.
You're knocking them back tonight?
What did we say?
It's your third.
Well, sometimes booze doesn't seem to have any effect on us.
Well, I wouldn't know, would I, being teetotal? Except that it's for my fabulous 4th and 18th birthday party. Hey, talking of which, Suzanne Lordstead provided taxis for everybody after hours.
Well, I'm not going to supply taxis after yours. This is costing me an arm and a leg already.
It's exactly what Joanne's dad said.
Oh, it's a sensible fella.
Do you know what, I'm beginning to wonder whether it's such a good idea to have this joint party with Joanne. I mean, we can't both be the belle of the ball, can we?
Well, knowing you, you'll bag all the limelight, I'm sure.
Well, I am better looking, aren't I?
Huh.
And Joanne hasn't got much dressing. Hey, what, you going to wear it?
I haven't given it much thought, though.
Get something dead glamorous. We'll knock 'em all cold as a family.
We'll see.
Good morning to you, Bishop's residence. All right then, Mrs. Bishop's just my little joke. Come again? No, not call again, come again. In other words, I'm not getting your drift.
Who is it?
Oh, it's some pest talking with his mouth full asking for you. He'll be selling something, get rid of
Oh,
him.
really, Mr. Sutton, he'll hear you. Hello, Mrs. Bishop speaking. Arthur, how nice.
It's one of these double glazing wallers. Let me talk to him. He can get a bit cheeky.
It's a friend. A private call. Yes. Wasn't it enjoyable? Oh, well worth repeating. Mind, I'm not sure that Mavis and Derek will be giving dinner parties every 5 minutes. Lunch? Oh, yes, I remembered. I'll be there.
Right, have you got that list? I'll be seeing Joanne this afternoon, and I think her mum might pop round about last-minute arrangements and things.
She does know we're going after this, Bill.
Well, I think it being a joint party, she's expecting a contribution.
Don't worry, I rang the Mortlake yesterday. It's all sorted. And if there's anything brushing up to do, I shall be there.
Yes, I know you will be. And you'll pick up all the empty champagne bottles to see what you can get back on them, won't you?
Champagne? What do you think I am, a cheapskate? I have ordered 6 magnums of dandelion and burdock. Right, see you for a quick lunch at the Rovers, have I?
No, sorry. Well, I'll be busy, you know, last-minute arrangements and things.
Oh, Dad, am I having this lift or not?
Do you know, there's no living with that girl now she's got the vote. See you at tea time. Come on.
Hello there. Ah, keeping nice and busy, I see.
Yeah. Pushed out if you must know. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm taking it you remember me.
Yeah, sure I do. I'd, watch your coat on that bench. It's a bit mucky, like.
It's all right, son. You'd seen a garage before.
Is that right?
Look, Kevin, innit? I've done a deal with Mrs. Tilsley. Mind, she drove a hard bargain. But at the end of the day, I said fine. She said fine. Any road. The upshot is that you're now part of the Tom Casey empire. How do you feel about that?
Does it mean I get discount?
Anytime you want a good motor, I'll see what I can do. Oh, and by the way, from now on, you're the garage foreman here.
Oh, great. I'll enjoy checking myself off.
Now, don't knock it, son. All I'm saying is you've got a future with me. But I'll not twist your arm. The offer's on the table till the end of the week.
I thought you was bound to keep me on. Gail, Mrs. Tilsley, said she'd insist.
She did insist. But I've got other garages. I've got one where they just fix tyres. Fancy that, do you, Kevin?
I say, this little do you had the other night, wasn't a fellow called Arthur invited?
Yes. Arthur Dabner is one of Derek's colleagues. Why'd you ask?
Well, he's making a pest of himself, ringing Mrs. Bishop up at all hours.
Sure, Mr. Sugden. He struck me as the very soul of discretion and good manners. Deirdre, you met Mr. Dabner. What was your impression?
Well, my first thought was very dishy. I was a bit put out, actually, once he saw Emily. Nobody else got a look in.
Ah, now then, we're getting on target. A gigolo, I'll bet.
Oh, nothing of the sort. Charming and cultivated are the words I'd use.
Mind you, he did get a bit boring. I mean, I dropped the name Monty and he were clueless. And as for the Western Desert campaign, well, he hadn't a word for cats.
If you wanted Hitler, you should have told us in 1942.
I wasn't even born in 1942. Oh, listen, look, I've had a bill for me papers. I'm sorry it's so behind. Life's been hectic.
Nothing personal, Lonnie. Thank you. We do find that we have to prompt people. Everybody's the same with the paper bills. Can I help you?
Oh, well, if it's okay, I just wanted a word with Mrs. Fairclough.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm afraid she's not in today.
Oh, well, I am unlucky. I've just called at the house and there's no answer. I'm Mrs. Creswell, Joanne's mother.
Oh, yes. Oh, you must be up to your eyes. Mrs. Creswell's daughter, Joanne, and Jenny are sharing this birthday celebration at the Mortlake, no less.
Yeah, so I hear. Quite a thrash.
Well, Rita might pop in. I mean, if there's a message.
Oh, nothing urgent, just that everything's under control. I had hoped to have a chat about the announcements and so on, but we can leave that till tonight. I expect she'll be arriving quite early. Well, ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's strange.
Eh?
Well, Rita not answering. I mean, I know she must be in because she rang me not 10 minutes since. See if I could manage. I said, well, yes, I could, just so long as I could shut for lunch.
Oh, she's probably in the shower or something.
Oh, maybe.
Bye, love.
Right.
Where's the hot shot barmaid today, Bet?
She didn't come back.
Oh, the place not up to her standards, was it?
Nice one, Alan. Actually, it was the clientele she found lacking.
I'm sorry, love. I know it upsets you, but me and this Casey fella, well, we're chalk and cheese. And when you can't take to folk, that's it, innit?
There's no need to be. He's only a boss.
Yeah, well, I don't like the bloke.
Well, make an effort.
What, you mean I could creep?
No, but you could bounce clever, couldn't you?
It won't do me any good. He's already promised to keep me on, but he hasn't said where. He can have me fixing tyres tomorrow in some grotty hole somewhere.
Listen, look, excuse me, look, I don't want my head biting off, but surely there must be another card you can play.
I can't see it, Curly.
Well, look, whoever takes over that garage has got to start from scratch. They need you there to show them the ropes.
All I need is the job book.
And has he got it?
He's not asked for it.
Well, there you are then, like Sally says. Box clever, say you haven't got it, say it's all up here.
I can't do that. It's garage property, that job book.
If it exists, he doesn't know that, does he? He doesn't know how organised Brian was.
Well, what's in this precious job book, anyway?
Service dates, notes on customers' vehicles. It's worth its weight in gold, that book.
Oh, it's all daft, is this? You've been offered the foreman's job. Just accept it and cross all these bridges when you come to
What is
them.
it to be foreman over except a flipping cat? It's all flannel, that. He'll wheel a new chap in, pick my brains and wheel me out.
Look, if he's got that book, he can have you out within, what, 2 weeks? But if he's got to stop and pick your brains, that'll take him...
10 minutes.
What is this, a double act? Seriously, I feel as though I'm being passed on as though I'm part of the fixtures and fittings or something.
Hello. Hey, Mr. Sunday. Has Emily Bishop got another job lined up or what?
Not as I know of, no.
Only she's been titivating herself all morning. I couldn't get near the washroom mirror and then she shut off her mouth this lunch. I said, aye, she's got a job interview.
Sounds more like a fella to me.
You've got a one-track mind, you have.
Could be hidden feelings there, Betty, I reckon. Do you think Emily's safe?
From Percy? Oh, I'd say so. Unless war's declared.
Hey, your hand, look. Are you all fit for the big do tonight? You're all invited, you know?
Yeah, looking forward to it, Mr. Brown.
Yes, I've been in training all week. Do you know, 6 months ago, before I got my shot, I'd never have dreamt I could give Jenny a night like I'm going to give her tonight.
Well, here we are then.
Here we are.
Amazing how time flies. It's lucky we've both got the afternoon off.
Yes. There was so much to talk about.
I'd ask you in, but,
But what?
it's my lodger, the gentleman you spoke to this morning. He does tend to occupy the parlour most afternoons.
How about tomorrow, then? Bite to eat. Go to the pictures, perhaps.
That sounds fine.
Shall we say 7?
Thank you.
Till tomorrow at 7, then.
Till tomorrow.
Bye now.
Bye.
Right. So I've made my application. You've done your survey. What's the next step then?
Well, proof of ownership, title to the property, which is simply a matter of checking the deeds.
What does that entail?
You lodge them with us. We submit them to the land registry office. It's usually plain sailing.
I won't have them then. At home. I keep them at home.
Oh no, we'd retain them. They're our security. Mind, some people have photocopies. Were you thinking of applying for a loan, Mrs.
Fairclough? Actually, love, I don't think I'll be entitled to one.
Oh?
It's possible my husband may have already have applied for one. You could check, though, couldn't you?
Well, not immediately.
Well, not on that computer. I thought it only took a second or two.
Yes, but I'm not
Oh,
sure
never
that-
mind. I'll save you the trouble. You've already lent £15,000 on my house, not 6 months ago. I've seen the bank statement.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't see how I
Oh,
can
don't
help.
you? Well, I see. Any liar could walk in here and walk out with my money.
Look, Mrs. Fairclough, is he still with you?
No.
So, the house in question is yours?
Yes.
Well, obviously I'll have to take advice. But I should think we'll be discussing this with Mr. Fairclough.
He'll have a job. He's dead.
Jenny? Alan?
Her name's Tina. I thought, Dolly Parton, eat your heart out. She said she had no qualifications, Betty. I said, you what? I said, you what?
Better not wear that one.
Yeah, but I told the girl, go home, come back in something loose, you know.
Well, that's not loose.
No. I mean something to conceal her assets from jealous eyes.
You don't like Alan Bradley all that much, do you?
You kidding? He's a pain.
There you are. That proves my point. I'm not keen on Audrey.
Look, love, it's not just me being sniffy. It's what's down for me, innit?
What? Why do you always have to think the worst? Why can't you be a bit more bouncy like Martin is?
Oh, yeah, Mr. Livewire, the catch of the year, I can see it now.
Anyway, you know, if you get that job...
No way. I'm not pinching that.
All right, well, you'll be fixing tyres then and selling second-hand cars.
Now, that's a fate worse than death, you know. I had a mate who did that once. He went bananas. He actually got the quacks for a retread.
Well, there's no way I'll fix tyres, not ever. And if Casey decides pulling that, I'll tell him where to stick his job.
I don't know a couple happier than you, so I don't. We've got this party, or what?
Well, you're the driver.
Never.
Come on, man. Are we going to call for Jenny?
Yes, I'm taking her there, and I'm planning on taking her home, believe me. Come on, then.
So, you've had a varied career, it seems, Petal.
Aye, I like a change and all.
Bit of modelling, bit of waitressing, telephonist. That were a waste, weren't it?
I gave it up after a week. Well, it were no good for me posture.
Aye. Any road, I'll be in touch, but I feel bound to tell you it's hard work and some of our customers have got very funny ways. Then there's Jack. Charming fella, but some would say a sex maniac.
Martin, is it? Hey, you've not been invited to this do at the Moorplay.
Well, it's a teenage thing, innit? Funnily enough, I've just bumped into Alan Bradley in the street. All welcome, he says. Do you know, it strikes me it's his do as much as Jenny's. Birth of a new tycoon and all that.
Oh, trust me, Dad, he's always on the last minute. You won't be late, will you? I think Mrs. Cresswell wants to rehearse the announcements, as she calls them. You think me and Joanne were trains leaving Crewe Station or something?
Is the clean shirt down here? Is it? Oh, there it is. Look at that, all washed and ironed, lovely.
Hey, don't spend forever on your parting, will you? You know, you haven't got much time.
You mean I haven't got time to rehearse my speech? Do you know, you both look beautiful, you really do. I'm going to be very proud tonight.
Hey, that'll be Martin. Go on, shift yourself. Well, what do you think?
You look everything you should, darling. I'm dead jealous. Jenny, it's great to be young. Enjoy it.
Yeah, but a little bit of help comes in handy, doesn't it, eh? See you later on. Don't be too long.
Go on, that'll be Martin.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Bishop, but I've got to speak my mind. There's a lot of unscrupulous characters about, and ladies like yourself have got to be careful.
Do we indeed?
Now, so far, you've come to no harm, but I think it'd be very wise to ask me to run the rule over this chap.
Oh, yes, a strong light in his eyes, perhaps, or were you thinking of a little close-order drill?
Doesn't matter what you say, Mrs. Bishop, I've got a nose for a scoundrel. Not that I'm saying this man isn't above board, but all I need is a few minutes and I'll have it pegged down.
Did you not see enough through the curtains, then, when you were peeping?
Oh, yes, more than enough. Orderly room type, not your frontline material. Still, I'm not condemning him at a glance.
Really, Mr. Sugden, I don't know how you get these weird notions, or what makes you think that you're entitled.
I'm sorry, I'm sure. I didn't mean to speak out of turn, but believe me, I've only got your best interest at heart. How's the apple dumpling, then?
Very nice. It's a credit to you, in fact.
Well, there you are, then. After all your fancy luncheons out, you can't say no to my apple dumpling, can you?
What you got there, love?
Deeds to the house. But as you know, they're only photocopies.
Oh, I see.
Look, I don't want to spoil Jenny's day, but tomorrow, you and me are going to sort this out.
You've known for a while then, have you?
Not for sure. Not till today. Had a bit of detective work to do.
It was the other day, wasn't it? You searched my desk, didn't you?
And I was told of letters.
Martin.
No. Dawn Prescott.
Yeah, that little bitch has really got a knife into me, hasn't she? Huh?
And no wonder, after the way she reckoned you treated her. But that's just routine to you, isn't it? The sort of backsliding I can expect. Please.
I can explain it all, love. But after the party, eh?
No. Now. Whatever the tale, I want it now.
Joanne, where's Jenny's dad and this Mrs. Fairclough? I'm getting right worried about the announcement.
Just calm down, Mama.
I've asked her, but that was 10 minutes in. She said she'd give him a tinkle.
I'm sure she will then.
Well, she'd best be hurrying up. I mean, if your dad gets a few drinks inside him, he'll be grabbing the mic. We don't want him and his jokes.
Having kittens about these announcements. Oh, these announcements. Look, don't worry about it. I'll give her a ring about 10 minutes or so. Don't worry about it.
I needed money. I'd already tried the bank, no luck there. Didn't want to ask you because I knew what you'd think.
So you decided to steal?
I stole nothing.
You stole my home.
No, I didn't steal it. I used it to borrow money.
You'd no right.
Rita, I knew that shop was a winner. And I've been proved right, haven't I? Eh?
You stole Len's name.
I filled in a form. That's all I did.
What a blind fool I've been.
And it didn't cost you 1 penny.
They could have taken my home off me if you fell in debt. But it isn't that, is it? It's the deceit. You've lied and plotted and manipulated and betrayed.
Oh, leave off.
You're a fraud, Iron. A liar, a cheat and a fraud.
All right, so I'm no angel. But I've done well, haven't I? Hey, I've got a decent business going there.
Decent? On this basis?
Well, it makes money, love. And that's the name of the game by today's standards. Okay, so you've caught me. Big deal. I'll give them their money back. And you can keep your stupid little house.
Don't worry. I've seen to that.
Okay.
I've been to the Building Society. I've put them straight. You've lied and you've cheated. But you'll not walk away from this with a smile on your face.
You think you fixed me, don't you?
You're finished, Alan. You've had a charmed life, and now your time's up.
You bitch! You stupid bastard!
Stop it!
Maybe your time's up and all!
Hello? Rita! Rita!
Oh! You took me away for a few lousy quid? Would you?
Dad's here, what's up with you?
Oh, I could have sworn she was being attacked. Dad, wait.
Hey, what the hell's going on here? Get out of it!
Oh my God!
Hey, get out of the car!
Come on, Rita. Come on. Please.
He's gone. He would have run me over.
Get an ambulance. Get an ambulance! Rita. I want to go with her.
You can't do that, lovey. You'd be in the way. These lads know what they're doing.
Hey, what's going on?
It's Mrs. Fairclough.
Well, I want to go to the hospital. Martin, will you take me in your car?
Hang on, love. I need to have a talk to you and your boyfriend first.
I told you everything. We were at a party, we came back to see why Jenny's dad and Rita hadn't turned up.
Oh, it was awful.
What was awful?
Rita and me
What was awful? We had a cushion over her head and he was trying to choke her and we want to go.
Come into the house. You can go down to the hospital as soon as I've got the statements off. Come on, love.
What happened to Mrs. Fairclough?
Couldn't tell you, sir.
I'm Mrs. Sugden from number 3. I'm not asking out of idle curiosity, you know.
Look, I better get back to the Rovers.
Well, if there's any help I can give, don't hesitate to ask.
Is it outside number 7, the ambulance?
According to Betty.
Oh dear, my little heart skipped a beat. I thought, hello, it's outside number 9. They've come for Alvira at last, but no, she's got the ring up.
You rats, I shall tell Vera you said that. Oh, Betty. We're in number 7.
Yeah, Rita, they've carried her off on a stretcher. They're taking her to hospital.
Oh, whatever's happened to her?
I don't know, none of it. The police are there.
Well, did you see Alan? Were he not there?
Oh, no, there's no sign of Alan. No, I saw Jenny. Anyway, I've left Percy Sugden. He's cross-examining the policeman about it all.
Yeah, but he isn't now. Come on, give us a gen, Percy.
Young policemen today, they're not taught how to treat responsible citizens. Give me half a bitter, please.
Come on, Percy. We want to know what's happened to Rita.
Well, it's a little known fact, but the home is the most dangerous place on God's earth.
So she's had an accident, has she?
And the kitchen, it's the most dangerous room in the house.
Depends who's doing the cooking. You know now, that Bobby you were talking to told you to go away and mind your own business. Well, that's fishy to me, because it's a bad sign when Bobbies go quiet on you.
What are you getting at?
He's talking through his hat as usual.
Look, it's not so much what's happened that bothers me. It's poor Rita. How badly hurt is she? That's what I want to know.
She needs to be resting.
Nearly done, for now. There's just one more thing I need to know, love. Where would he go to? Can you think where he might make for? Any friend he might go to? Well, we'll catch him, don't you worry. I'll come and see you in the morning. Get a proper statement then.
Your daughter's outside, love. Jenny.
If I've got this right, she's not your daughter, is she? She's this chap Bradley's daughter.
Yes. She's like my daughter. She'd like to see you, if you feel up to it. Yes. I want to see you.
I'll send her in.
That detective who's in with Rita. The police at the house. Martin, there's hundreds of them, thousands.
I know.
They're all looking for him now. They're all hunting my guy.
Hey. There's no need to get worked up about it, honest. Anyway, could have been worse.
Worse? How could it have been worse?
Well, you know, if we hadn't gone back to the house when we did, and God knows what might have happened.
She'd be dead. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? You're saying my dad would have killed her. He wouldn't have done, Martin. He wouldn't have done that. Not deliberately. Is she all right?
She's going to be okay.
Well, can I see her?
Yeah, okay. But make it short, eh? Because me and you need to have a talk.
I've already told you everything back at the house.
Yeah, well, now you've got to tell me again. Go on, love. And as I say, make it short. See you later. Right, son. Let's hear it from the beginning.
love. Are you all right? I'm all right. I look a sight, don't I? Oh, Rita.
So, Jenny now. She's closer to Mrs. Fairclough than she is to her dad, right?
Dunno. I suppose so, yeah. Only, Alan did leave Mrs. Fairclough once. And, Jenny stayed with her.
Has he bashed her before, do you know?
Couldn't tell you, mate.
He's in deep trouble. Looks pretty clear he's been swindling this building society, and now this guy's had at Mrs. Fairclough, well, we could be talking attempted murder. So if you're thinking about covering up for it...
No. Look, I've told you everything.
Well, you worked for him.
Yeah.
So you know him. Where do you reckon he's gone to? Where would he make for?
I don't know. Look, if I knew, I'd tell you.
Yeah, well, we'll get him. Sooner or later. Most likely sooner.
Well, considering she's supposed to be a friend of mine, I mean, and it was Jenny's idea, you know, to have a joint birthday
Look,
party.
it's no good complaining to me about it, Joanne.
Well, I thought she might be here, because I've just been round to their house. I was knocking for ages, but nobody answered. But it's not on, is it? I mean, you don't just walk out your own birthday party, do you? Which is what Martin and her did.
Look, obviously you don't know, but Mrs. Fairclough was taken to hospital last night.
Oh, no, I've no idea. Jenny never said.
Well, she never had the chance.
Oh, well, I see. What's wrong with Mrs. Fairclough?
She met with some kind of an accident.
Oh, well, I hope she's all right. Anyway, if you see Jenny, just tell her I'll see her when I see her.
All right.
From what I've heard, according to the rumour that's going round, it wasn't really an accident.
No.
Alan.
Martin rang me from the hospital last night. She could be dead, you know. If Martin and Jenny hadn't walked in when they did, he would have killed her.
Who is it? Dad?
Oh, it's me, Martin.
Was that you knocking before?
No.
Oh. Somebody was knocking before. By the time I got down here, they'd gone. What time is it, anyway?
It's 9 o'clock. So if you want to go to school, I'll take you.
No, I'm not going today. Anyway, what about you? Aren't you going to work?
What work? Don't think Ellen will be paying me wages anymore.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, well, it dawned on me last night sometime. In fact, a lot of things dawned on me last night. Things your dad's been doing. You're getting letters sent to Len Fairclough. And that detective said he used the deeds for this place to borrow money for opening the shop.
I know. He said that to me, you know, but they don't know for sure, do they? I mean, they haven't heard my dad's side of it, have they?
Rita said she found out. That's what she told him. And when she tackled your dad about it, well, that's when he... Oh, you were there, Jenny, same as me. He was trying to kill her.
No, he wouldn't do that on purpose. I don't think he knew what he was doing.
I think you've got to face up to it, Jenny. There's no way your dad's going to talk his way out of this lot. I'm just going to lock him up and throw away the keys.
Now then, Veronica. What is it your pals call you? Ronnie, is it?
Veronica.
Oh, I see. Mind you, you'd get called all sorts in here. Have you worked in pubs before, love?
Gardener's Arms, Mare and Foal, 7 years behind the bar there.
Oh, well, you know the trade then, don't you?
Takes a lot to surprise me these days.
Yes. I was just thinking, I shouldn't think you get surprised too often.
What?
Who's that sat we bet?
Would you come after the barmaid, John? I bet she'll be with us by tonight.
What, her?
Well, what's wrong with her? She's had plenty of experience. She knows how to pull a pint.
I bet that's all she can pull. And all I fancied the other one, me, that come and see Bet. That Tina, one with the big assets,
Yeah,
you know.
we know why you liked her.
So what's wrong with that? I plead guilty to being a man, me. Prickers, do we not plead? Wink at us. Do we not get all hopeful?
Look, don't get excited. She'll never take her on. There's too much competition, lovey.
Little crack of that Tina, she'd have had the punters flocking in.
Exactly. Look, I'm telling you, the day that Bet pays money for a sex bot to come at the back of this bar, I'll knit you a raincoat.
Matching bonnet.
Yeah, a pair of woolen wellies and all.
There's a police car keeps cruising round.
Ah, well, that'll be in case he comes back to the house, won't it?
He won't dare come back, would he?
Well, you don't know. Betty was daring enough when it came to attacking Rita. Here's the lad who'll tell us all about it. Martin, what's the word on Rita?
Well, she's not so bad. Just keeping in for a couple of days, though, you know, to be on the safe side.
Well, it's probably the best place for her with Alan Bradley still on the loose. Do you know, I don't think I'd sleep easy till he was behind bars.
Betty, pull Martin a pint on the house.
Sure, love. What's that for?
Well, for getting to Rita when you did... What?
Can I have a quiet word with you?
What is to do?
Well, I was just thinking, you pulling that ladder. Pine, you know, what a kind, generous, warm-hearted woman you really are.
What are you after, flannel face?
Nothing. No. Well, I was just wondering whether you'd sorted out the barmaid thing, and if not, whether you'd like a bit of advice from a male point of view, you know.
To be frank with you, Jack, all these girls I'm interviewing take one look at you and they get a bit uneasy.
What?
Yeah, they all say the same thing. You look like a retired sex maniac who's thinking of making a comeback.
Oh, come on, boss.
No, this is straight now. You look like a bloke who can't leave women alone.
Well, I must admit, I've had my successes.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Martin.
Cheers.
Hi, how's Jenny?
She's not so good. She's having a kick.
I bet she's feeling rotten. Without a doubt, you know.
She is. I've just been out of the shop, you know, seeing anything's happening. The coppers are everywhere, going through his desks and everything.
What happened about your job, Martin?
I reckon that went out the window last night. About the time Alan Bradley got his hands around Mrs. Fairclough's neck.
Join the club.
Why, you've been sacked?
Was he heck?
It's only a matter of time now, isn't it? Girls flogged the garage to a guy called Casey.
Joking.
Tell you what, can go and look for work together, eh? Save on petrol.
It's not funny, Kevin. There's nothing funny about losing your job.
Could I have a small sweet sherry, please?
It must be very nice when something short and sweet takes your fancy. Well, I say, good luck to you, lovey.
Beg your pardon?
This chap that's put Percy's nose out of joint, you know.
I really haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
The boyfriend, what was his name? I was only saying to Percy about
He's
it.
not my boyfriend.
No, not Percy. The other fella.
I do not have boyfriends. If I did, it would be none of Mr. Sugden's business. Or yours. Sherry, please.
You see, you're at it again, aren't you? Making suggestions to Emily Bishop now.
Is Curly at college then?
Well, he should be, but he's not. He's still in bed trying to recover from last night. He's stoned out of his mind.
You see, me and Jenny were the only ones not to have a great night last night, eh?
Well, Curly certainly did, but he's paying for it now.
55.
You know, that's far too much. Look, you take that back. Now, have you got a 5p?
No.
Actually, you don't look very well, you know. Of course, there are a lot of these viruses about.
I don't think it's a virus. I think it's called wine poisoning.
Wine poisoning? Oh, I've never heard of that before. Oh, I suppose you mean you were drunk last night.
Yeah, it was Jenny Bradley's party. I did get a bit blotto. In fact, I can't remember much about it.
Well, of course, it was completely spoiled.
Eh?
Oh, totally ruined.
What did I do? Oh, my God. Shirley never said anything this morning. Well, she might have, but nothing could go in.
No, Mrs. Fairclough's still in hospital.
In hospital, Mrs. Fairclough? I didn't dance with her, did I?
No, it was nothing to do with you. But the police are still looking for Alan Bradley.
How long have I been asleep? This is Wednesday, isn't it?
Oh, Mrs. Bishop. Have you heard about Mrs. Fairclough? It was no accident. What did I tell you?
Mr. Sugden.
No, according to what I've been hearing, this fella Bradley said about her.
Mr. Sugden, this gossip of
Gossip?
yours-
No, this is from a very good source, unimpeachable. It seems he threw her down the stairs.
I have had quite enough gossip for one day, Mr. Sugden. Most of it about myself.
About you, Mrs. Bishop? Who's been talking about you? Leave it to me, I'll sort them out for you.
It was you, Mr. Sugden. In the Rovers at lunchtime, Jack Duckworth gave me chapter and verse about my so-called boyfriend. Arthur's not my boyfriend, Mr. Sugden.
Oh, I'm very pleased to hear that. In fact, you've set my mind at rest. I never thought he was our sort, you know.
The point I'm making is that you fed Jack Duckworth this lurid information.
Never. I would never discuss a lady's private life on licensed premises, especially a lady I held in high esteem. Oh, no. Always frowned on that was in the sergeant's mess. It always was. I remember once in Cairo...
Mr. Sugden, I do not want my affairs debated in the Rovers' return. Now, have I made that clear?
Leave it to me. I'll mark Duckworth's card for him. Never you fear. I really will.
Sorry I missed your birthday party, love.
I'm not worried about that. I'm just glad Martin and I came back when we did.
So am I.
Though, I don't suppose anything would have happened. I mean, he wouldn't have wanted to hurt you, really. He wouldn't have...
What? Kill me, you mean, don't you? It's not easy to say, is it? Not even easy to think. But I've been lying here thinking about nothing else.
But you don't believe that he'd do that deliberately.
If you really want the truth, I do.
But he's not like that, Rita. I know he's got a shocking temper, but... Then why did he have to do it? He's wrecked everything, and I thought we were so happy.
Thank you. Oh, I've been down the wrong corridor. I'm sorry I'm late. Well, good you've got Jenny cheering you up.
Oh, I know, love. Thanks for coming.
Oh, well, there. I would have been here earlier, only I thought, well, what would Rita want me to do? And I thought, well, the best thing I can do for Rita, really, is to keep the cabin going.
Oh, you did right, and thank you very much.
It's nothing. And, look, Rita, you just must get yourself right. I mean, don't rush back to the cabin. I can cope. Don't you worry.
To be honest, Mavis, the cabin's the least of my problems. It's only a shop. Anyway, I know you can cope. Oh, it's Jenny that bothers me now.
Me?
I don't want you in that house on your own.
I'm 18, Rita. I'm not a kid.
No. No, Rita's right. It's not safe. Not with Alan.
My dad wouldn't hurt me. That's what you mean, isn't it?
It's not just your dad, love. There's a lot of dodgy characters
No,
about.
no, it's not. It's my dad you mean. I'm telling you this, he'd never hurt me. Never.
Betty, Jack, come and say hello to Tina. These are going to be your new workmates, love. Betty and Jack.
Pleased to meet you.
You'll enjoy it here, love. I'll make sure of that personally.
Oh, yes, we're one big happy family here, Tina. Betty's the motherly type and Jack is old enough to be your father. Right, I'll show you where everything is.
Hey, who'd have thought it? Bet taking her on. Right, what colour do you want your raincoat?
Tell you what, Betty, you can knit me a balaclava if you want for over here. She look well in a balaclava, especially back to front.
Ooh.
Hey up, there's the guy who's buying the garage. Hey up.
Oh, I hoped I might find you. Can I have a word? In private.
This is the missus. Anything you've got to say, she may as well hear it.
Fair enough. Hello, love. I just want you to know I'll be bringing another lad in. Under you. And I'll make the money fair. Well, he'd be doing himself a thick one if he buzzed off, wouldn't he?
Yeah, well, that's up to Kevin.
Well, got yourself a deal, Mr. Casey.
Tom's good enough. Right, now what are you drinking?
Well, there's not many snags in this job, lovely, but there's one just walking in. Percy, this is Tina. Isn't she beautiful?
Hello, Percy.
Mr. Sugden, I've got a bone to pick with you, Duckworth. But first of all, I would like to give you ladies a word of warning. Now, do lock your doors tonight.
Why, what's up?
They haven't caught Alan Bradley yet, have they? And he's a very dangerous man.
Hello?
Hello, Jenny. It's me. Don't hang up. Just listen to what I've got to say, okay?
How could you do it, Dad? You must have come... You could have killed her.
Come on, Jenny. You know me better than that. Anyway, that's one of the reasons I rang. How is Rita?
She'll be all right, but don't pretend you care.
Well, of course I do. Listen, look, I know what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry. If I could turn the clock back, I would. But what's done is done.
And what about the rest of it? Just tell me, Dad, why did you do it?
I did it for a better life. Not just for me, but for you and Rita as well. And that's the truth, Jenny. I know I messed it up, but I did it for all the best reasons, I'm telling you.
Police are after you.
Yes, I know. Listen, it's going to mean prison. Now, you may think I deserve that, but I'm telling you now, I couldn't face that, Jen. If that's my only choice, I might as well do away with myself right now.
Dad, don't do anything stupid.
Listen, Jenny, I want you to help me. I want you to get my passport. Now, it's in the inside pocket of my grey jacket that's hanging in the wardrobe, okay?
Dad?
There is some money there, too, in a shoebox at the bottom of the wardrobe. You've got to do it for me, Jen. I'm begging you. You're the only one I can turn to now. You're the only one I've got left. Lost everything else. Listen, I've got to go. I'll call you tomorrow and we'll fix up a meeting, okay?
Dad, wait a minute.
Don't let me down, Jen.
Dad?
Hey up! What score then? Have you found Alan Bradley?
Well, it can't be the size of the boots, because they only take a size 8.
Yeah.
You say you can tell a copper by the size of his boots. Mine are meant to be a decoy.
Look, I were only asking a civilised question, love. I just wanted to know how long do you think it'll be before you catch it? Oh.
Oh, morning, Jenny. Can I have a word?
Hiya, love. How are you, kid?
You better come in.
We're, doing all we can, madam.
Miserable beggar. No wonder that lunatic's still on the lows.
Mrs. Fairclough's still in hospital, I understand.
Yeah, should be a while yet.
I'm bound to in her state. Has he been in touch?
No, why should he?
Well, I found his car, so he's without transport.
So?
Keys to Mrs. Fairclough's car still here? Good. You know, you wouldn't be doing any favours if you didn't let us know the minute you got in touch.
I'm not stupid.
No, I know you're not.
I've got to get dressed now.
There's just one last thing. We've issued a statement to the press saying we're pursuing your dad for our inquiries. Probably at the papers this afternoon. Just thought I'd better tell you. You know what the neighbours are like.
Thanks.
Bye, Nick.
Andy were tickled pink when I told him you took me on. Because to be honest, Bet, you know when I came for the interview, I got the impression you were a bit wary of me.
Well, you got the job, didn't you?
And here's to that then. You see, I've had problems in that direction before.
What direction?
Oh, landladies can be a breed apart, can't they?
Well, they swan up and down like Joan Collins, and the last thing they want behind a bar is a looker to nick the limelight. Well, that's why Stella Rigby down at White Swan only employs pensioners, you know.
Hey, Bessie, who'd kill for problems like that?
You speak for yourself. It's not the rapping that counts.
I know, but I mean, you put a soft centre in a duffel coat. You're not so many. Come on, then, this Andy. Fixture, is he?
I share a flat with him.
You sail a bit close to the wind, don't you?
Oh, no. He's just a mate, he's Andy. A really good mate. And anyway, I'm wrong sex for a start.
That tea brewed yet, Betty, love?
Jack, give Betty £2.
£2 for a cup of tea. What's the matter? Ale sales down.
It's for Rita's flowers, you fool.
And when did I say I'd chip in?
You didn't, I did.
Oh.
What it is, we need a couple of helpers for the Centre's kiddies outing next weekend. How are you fixed?
Oh, well, I can say yes for myself, but Mr. Sugden makes his own arrangements.
Who's talking about Percy? I wouldn't put him in charge of sane, healthy kids. No, I meant you and Arthur. Do you think he's game for taking 50 kids to Conway Castle?
No. Yes, I'm sure he would be, but, would you like a cup of tea?
Yeah. I'm sorry, love. Is something wrong?
Yes. Arthur, it transpires, is a married man.
Oh, I see.
We went out for lunch one day, and he was clearly anxious to tell me something, so Anyway, he announced that he's legally separated.
Oh, well, that's not quite the same thing, is it? I mean, it's not the same as him being a married man.
Nor is it the same as being a free agent. I'm not suggesting he was deceitful. He spelled things out very clearly.
But not until things had got off the ground.
Quite.
Oh, love, I've seen for myself. Arthur is a nice man. He'll make a nice friend. It all depends what you're looking for, doesn't it? But if you're only talking about friendship...
Perhaps you're right.
No, Percy. If there wasn't any grief or horror in the world, I don't know what you'd do for conversation. The point I'm making, that these loonies and people like Criffin, well, they look as normal as the next man.
Well, that's you off the hoop, doesn't it? 39p.
The only time Gail ever come to the garage was to deliver bum news. Great, innit?
Oh, come on, Kev. She had a lot on her plate after Brian died. It'll take her a while to get herself sorted out.
Yeah, she was quick enough to sign that deal with that Casey. It's just nice to hear a thanks, Kev.
Yeah, well, I take your point, but you have still got a job.
I've got 2 jobs, one wage. I tell you, I'm struggling in that place on my own. Every time I mention needing help to Casey, he stalls.
There's more of them than there is of us, Cop.
Hey, Percy, after the other half.
Not in your life. You short-changed me. I gave you a £5.
Yes, and I give you 4.61 change.
You did not, you know. That's a 20p, not a pound coin.
My mistake, Percy. I'm glad it's not the Isle of Man. I can think of worse things than the whip.
I bet you can.
Hasn't nature ever tried putting a stop to you?
I have defied that challenge, Betty.
You on your hot pot now, love?
Oh, yes, thanks. Do you want another drink? I'll have another pint, please, Betty. It's been one of those days.
Coming up, love.
Now, here's your man for speculation, Percy, I tell you. All this local scandal, newspaper hacks are the only ones that are going to win out of this, you know. You don't print that sort of stuff, do you, Kenneth?
No, I don't.
I should think not.
Oh, you won't be covering it then? Not at all?
With the minimum fuss?
No, because you've got a head start now. There's them you living only 5 doors away.
Oh, you are right, I suppose. There are people who take advantage of friendship. Some will make a virtue of that. And I'm pleased to say I'm not one of them.
No, of course not. You stick to making headlines out of libel pieces in that comic of yours, don't you, eh? all right, I'm going.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm not. See you, love.
Well, I just thought it would be nice to reciprocate the lovely meal I had at your expense. I wondered if you'd let me cook you dinner one night this week. You can? Oh, well, that's lovely. Tonight? Well, yes, that's fine. No problem. Shall we say 7:30? Bye, Arthur. 7:30.
Only me.
look as if you haven't slept.
Just for an hour or so, that was all.
That makes two of us. You're not feeding yourself, are you?
I finished them pork chops that were in the fridge, but couldn't be bothered going shopping, not even to Alf's.
Well, my brain's running riot with all this mess. God knows what's going on in your head, Jenny.
Why did it have to happen to us? Just when everything was going right. It's not fair, Rita.
No, it isn't, love. But you know, Jenny, I learned the hard way. It's pointless looking back. You've just got to sort of think ahead and just try and get on with it. You'll waste a lot of energy if you sit there wishing we'd all thrown different dice, love. Who's been round?
Nobody.
And none of your mates been to see you?
I stopped answering the door. Except... Well, the police came round this morning to see whether my dad had been in touch.
Well?
He didn't mean to hurt you, Rita. He didn't. He wishes everything had been different. He's going mad thinking about what he's done. Rita, he's talking about suicide.
What did he want, Jenny?
His passport and some money. He's ringing me back later on tonight to arrange things. I don't know what to do, Rita.
I thought school holidays, fine for them that need it, but it's going to leave me bored stiff. And I don't know why I panic. I never struggle to entertain myself once I've got stuck in. Swimming out yards put me in a good mood. That stair carpet once back in.
Mr. Sugden, I can manage that perfectly well for myself.
You've got enough on your plate. No offence, Mrs. Bishop, but that's how we get a job half done, and these curtains could do it a wash as well.
Mr. Sugden, I want to talk to you. It's about tonight. It's about food, etc.
Well, I thought we'd arrange that. That nice bit of braising steak and a few veg.
Yes, well, some things, I've invited a friend.
Oh, Mr. Dabner, would it be?
Yes, it would, but the point is, I was wondering if it'd be possible for you to make yourself scarce, just for this evening.
But I arranged to stay in this evening.
I know.
I've got some sewing to do.
Yeah, I realise that, but I'm simply asking, at short notice, admittedly, whether I can request a bit of privacy.
What do you suggest?
Well, what about the bowls club?
Oh,
meeting?
it's full of kids these days.
Oh, the cinema?
You must be joking. I'm not paying good money to see that drivel.
Well, you were just saying how you rarely had trouble entertaining yourself.
Oh, well, that's different when you've got a choice, isn't it? And after all, Mrs. Bishop, I do live here. No, if you want me out, you want me out.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Mrs. Gilroy phoned. I explained that you didn't want any more visitors just yet. She said she was sending you some flowers to cheer you up. With Mavis? Does that mean anything to you? I know I should have told him he phoned. I know that. But I couldn't, Rita. That'd be like grassing on him. I couldn't do that to me, Dad.
Look, Jenny, if you're asking me to see your point of view, you have all my sympathy. But for God's sake, don't ask me what I'd do. Not after this. I trusted him. He made me trust him, because his scheme wouldn't have worked unless he got me where he wanted me. I feel such a fool. Begging him to come back. Putting my faith in him, not once, but twice. And now look at us. He's got us blaming ourselves for what happened. Everybody but him. You have to be very clever to be able to do that, Jenny. He used me. And you're asking me if I give him a break.
I didn't say that, Rita.
No, you didn't, love. But you know, Jenny, somebody of your age shouldn't have to make them decisions. He shouldn't have done this to you.
I just couldn't stand him talking like that, though. Saying he's got nothing to live for. I mean, you don't want that, do you, Rita?
He should go to prison. That's what I want. You'll have to make your own mind up, Jenny.
Afternoon, Mavis. How's Rita?
Oh, not very well, I shouldn't think. But I won't know till I've been to see her tonight, as a matter of fact, so that's hardly worth a quote, is it?
Mavis, I'm asking about Rita as a friend, for heaven's sake, not a potential headline. Look, if I ran my paper like the Gazette, I wouldn't be looking for quotes. I'd sit in my office making the whole damn thing up.
I'm sorry, Ken. I just thought... I'm just so fed up with people prying. I mean, we must have sold more Gazettes today than any other paper shop in Weatherfield.
Yeah, I'm sorry, too. But look, the police have issued a press release, which I should carry. However, now, by the time we publish, the whole thing will have blown over. And people will just open the recorder at the classifieds, as usual.
Hiya, Kate.
I'm in a bit of a rush. Give us a Gazette. Look at that, Alan Bradley hunted. Hey, a girl in packing said as how he went after Rita with an axe. Is that right?
No, it is not right, Mrs. Duckworth. There's not a word of truth in it. And if it's sensationalism you're after, you won't be disappointed with what's in there.
Get a load of her, eh?
Who is it?
Jenny, it's Sally.
You've been round about 6 times. Are you all right?
Yeah, no, where have you been?
I've been at the hospital with Rita all afternoon. How is she? How do you think?
So you've eaten, then?
Sort of. Because, well, we wondered if you fancied coming round to our house for a bit of our maid, because, Martin, you're going to come, aren't you?
Yep.
I don't fancy going out, thanks.
Oh. Do you fancy a drink down the Rovers or something?
Martin, I've just said I don't want to go out.
Oh, Jenny, you're going to do no good moping around here, you know. You need to get
Martin,
out.
don't tell me what I need! I know what I need. It's not this lot round here pointing their fingers.
Okay. See you.
He's worried about you, Jenny. He is, honestly.
I know.
And he's right, you know. There's no use moping around here. You've got to face people sooner or
I know.
later. Look, if you need me, you know where I am.
Emily, this is splendid. Home cooking supreme. That's what I'd call it.
Thank you. But to be honest, it isn't quite what it should have been. I realised at the last minute that the courgette should have been cheese grilled.
Oh, I shan't sleep, knowing I've been sold short.
Well, I can assure you the dessert's to the letter of the recipe.
I thought I'd seen the last of you. I saw your face drop when I mentioned divorce, and I thought, you've blown that one, Arthur. So I was delighted when you rang.
Glad you could come.
Hey up, Percy. You're not supposed to flout through 4 courses without taking a breather.
You're not supposed to smoke behind that bar, but I've seen you do it.
If not, you know.
They want to question him in connection with the incident in Coronation Street. Hey, well, at least they'll give Coronation Street a mention. It'll all put value on the house, you know, and come to sell it. Man, just some rat freaks about, you know.
Oh, so when there's a slump in the housing market, give it a shout. I'll go berserk with a chainsaw.
You're not taking this serious, you know. You don't realise the effect it has on women reading headlines like this. Makes you frightened to walk home of a night.
Vera, I am always afraid to walk home of a night.
If he starts smothering you, love, just tell him you need a bit longer than it takes to boil an egg. That'll put him off.
Kevin, phone him and tell him what you want. But just shut up moaning about it.
I shouldn't have to ask for help.
you're going to mug for him, he's going to let you, isn't he?
Oh, it's only a few weeks ago you was telling me to keep my gob shut, not to make waves.
Yeah, well, it's different now. You know he's not going to get rid of you, so now you should lay down a few conditions. Tell him you want some help.
What are you going to do for money now?
Yeah, well, I reckon Rita must have known something all along, kid. I mean, look at that time when he booked the register office. Yeah, tried to force her to wed him.
Put a sock in it.
Yeah, she turned him down flat, didn't she, eh? You want to tell me she didn't know what she was doing?
Stum, Vera.
All right.
I'm sorry for jumping down your throat before.
It's okay, forget it. You want a drink?
Yeah, I'll have an orange and soda then, please.
Okay, sit down.
Any news, Jen?
Jenny, don't talk about this if you don't want to.
You know, I just don't see how you can be so wrong about people. I mean, I know I didn't exactly grow up with him, but I knew him a long time, didn't I? I mean, you'd think that count for something, wouldn't you?
Splendid, 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 Emily. You've made me feel like royalty.
Oh dear, we've gone from home cooking to royalty.
Thank you.
It was only a simple meal by some people's standards.
Very fitting. The spring, new life. I like it, Emily. When Barbara and I came to our agreement, you know, there was no acrimony. But at my age, it's a big decision. You get to thinking like you'll never feel settled again.
Arthur, I'd like to get things very clear about our friendship. I mean, we are only talking about friendship, aren't we?
Only me.
How do you do? Splendid, thank you. You must be...
Mr. Sugden.
Well, I thought I'd let you get your meal finished. Anybody fancy Horlicks?
Is that Jack's wife, then?
Oh, Vera, yeah, I should have warned you, love.
I just find it interesting. You know, putting odds on what the partners are going to be like. Well, I'm not usually that wrong.
Well, go on, then. You've never met my Alec. What do you reckon?
Let's see. I'd guess attractive, fairly tall, a bit flash, and dark. Definitely dark, and Stretford side are rolling in it.
Don't ever pick a horse for me, will you, Cot? He's rolling in summer, but it's definitely not Brath.
Oh, that reminds me why I came in. Is Jack Dutworth a bit thick?
Oh, judge for yourself, love, why?
Well, it's just... Well, that's twice today he's shortchanged the punters.
Are you sure?
Well, that's twice when I've actually seen him. Is he generally bad with figures?
Well, how can I put it? He's thick enough to make the same mistake twice, but he's a bit too thick to try and pull it off with cunning. At least, that's what I think.
Don't mind me. That bulb in my room's a bit on the weak side.
There we go. Not too bad, was it? Now then, you sure you're going to be all right here on your own? Because, well, my mum won't mind if you want to kip down on our settee. Well, I could talk around eventually.
It's all right, thanks.
Okay. Well, give us a ring if you need anything, all right?
I will do.
Okay. Ta-ra.
Just go.
Why, what's up with you?
Hello?
Jenny, it's me. Are you alone?
Martin, go on.
Is there somebody there?
No.
Listen, you haven't told anybody I've been ringing you, have you? Okay, now listen, and listen carefully, love, because I haven't got a lot of change, okay? And don't write it down. I want you to meet me at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Gatley Station. Have you got that? Now listen, did you find the passport and the money? Jenny, did you find the passport and the money? Jenny!
You're just making things worse, Dad. You're just making them worse. Why did you do it? To Rita, to us?
I'll explain it all to you one day, love. I promise you, but not now, okay?
Just tell me why you did it.
Love, I'm running out of time. Now listen, tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock at Gatley Station, okay? Platform 2, I'll be at the rear of the train. Okay? Now don't you let me down, Jen.
Mavis, I'm helping myself to packet chewing gum. Money's on the till. All right. See you later on.
Oh, Jenny, when you go to see Rita this afternoon, will you tell her we're running low on birthday cards, so I'm ordering some?
Well, I'll tell her tonight. I'm not going this afternoon.
Oh, well, I can tell her myself tonight. Why aren't you going? You always go in the afternoons.
Well, I've got to swap for my exams, haven't I? You know, I said to Joanne that I'd go round to her house and we'd work together, so...
Well, that means Rita won't have any visitors till tonight, so...
Morning.
Hello?
You must be Mrs. Wilton.
Yes, I am.
It's a policeman.
Detective Constable Richardson. What's the word on Mrs. Fairclough?
She's a lot better. She'll be home in a couple of days.
Oh, good. Good. You heard from your dad yet?
Your dad? No, of course I haven't.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me if he did. Could ring you up from wherever he's hiding himself. So, anyway, if he does, get straight on to me, eh?
Said I would when you asked before.
Excuse me. Well, it sounds to me as if you've no idea where he is at all. Well, I think that's disgraceful. I mean, there's poor Rita in hospital, and she could have died, and the man who's put her there is still at large. Well, I just don't think that's right.
I see. Well, what do you suggest we do about it?
Well, catch him. That's what you should do about it.
They issue me with a notebook and a pencil, love, not a magic wand. For a kick-off, it'd be help if we knew where to start looking. Oh, you knew him, right? Can you give me the name of any good friend of his he might have gone to? Or any girlfriend who might be hiding him?
I've no idea.
Neither has Mrs. Fairclough. Or Jenny here. Doesn't make our job any easier.
Well, I know this much. You won't catch him while you're standing here telling me how difficult it is.
True enough. I'll say it's right here, then. Be seeing you.
It's obvious to me that he's totally out of his
Why
head.
do you have to talk about my dad like that?
Now, just a minute, Jenny.
Hunt him down, catch him. You talk about him as if he's a wild animal. Well, he isn't. He's my dad.
Do you want another couple of it?
Please, love.
Okay.
Well, I've checked it 3 times, and it's the same each time. That till money's wrong. It were yesterday, no.
You reckon somebody's fiddling?
I didn't say that.
Oh, she wouldn't risk it, would she? Tina, I mean, she's only worked here 10 minutes.
Well, as a matter of fact, Tina said something to me the other day. She were dropping big hints about Jacko shortchanging the customers, but that could just be a bit of cunning on her part.
Yeah. Well, there is an old trick of the trade, you know. When somebody new comes on the job, well, maybe one of the old regulars might start, fiddling.
And everybody thinks it's the new recruit, I know. That's the trouble, you see. When the till money is light, you start imagining all sorts. Forget I spoke, Betty.
Well, you're going to be able to forget it then.
Well, I'm going to try to. Anyway, I could be wrong. It could be accidental.
How much is it out?
A tenner, just over. So I felt.
Hello, Mrs. Bishop. I've nearly finished. You know, I've not stopped since you went off to work this morning. What sort of a morning have you had, by the way?
Rather trying.
I can imagine it. You wouldn't catch me working for that Mike Borwin, not for a gold clock.
I doubt if he's any plans to offer you a job, Mr. Sutton.
Like I say, I've not stopped. I've cleaned the windows inside and out, upstairs and down. Oh, yes, and I've cleaned the oven as well.
I cleaned the oven only last week, Mr. Sugden.
I thought it wasn't as bad as usual. Anyway, when I'd finished cleaning it, I set about making us hot dinner. Breast of lamb, rolled and stuffed. It's one of them things that's greatly improved by being rolled, you know, rolled and stuffed.
I should be having my lunch in the Rovers, Mr. Subden.
It's nearly ready. It'll only be about 10 minutes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Subden. I feel I need some peace.
Well, it's a funny place to go for peace, a public house. Especially when you've got a nice clean home.
Hiya, kid. I just thought I'd pop round and see how you're coping.
Oh, I'm all right, really, I suppose.
Well, you have to do, don't you? So how's Rita?
Oh, she's all right. She'll be home in a couple of days.
Oh, that's nice. Mind you, it might be quite a while, you know, before she's properly right again in herself, like. Are you getting proper dinners down you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
that's good.
Look, Mrs. Duckworth, I don't mean to be rude or anything.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks a lot, Mrs. Duckworth, for calling.
Panic?
round.
What
It
panic?
was really nice of you,
Oh,
really.
right. Panic. I'll leave you to it then, eh?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming, Martin.
Sorry.
You have come in your car, haven't you?
Yeah, it's outside. Why, what's up? Sounded like life or death on the phone.
Well, it is in a way. It's me dad.
Huh? Well, what about him?
That phone call I had last night.
Oh, so it was him. I knew there was something going on. Oh, you told the police about it.
No, I haven't. Oh, come on, Martin. I can't shut my own father. Well, you wouldn't do it if it was your dad, would you?
Well, it'd depend on what he'd done. I don't know, Jenny.
He'd go to prison if they got him.
Huh?
Well, they're never having any help from me. I don't care, Martin. I know he's done wrong. So does he, and he's sorry.
Sorry you got caught, yeah?
No, he's not. He won't be able to stand prison, Martin. He'd kill himself. You don't want that to happen, do you? I've got his passport and his money and some of his things. And I'm meeting him this afternoon. But I need a car.
Look, what's Alan ever done for me? I mean, if he wants me to start helping him now...
Martin, it's not Alan that's asking you. It's me. And if you think anything about me, help me.
Oh, come on, Jenny. It's...
My dad did do something for you. He gave you a job. Please.
Well, I don't know how you manage to keep your sanity with Percy on your feet all the time.
He pushes me very close to the brink at times. For instance, last night I happened to be entertaining a friend.
Well, this was Arthur, was it?
Yes. Then Mr. Subden walked in and made it all quite impossible.
Yeah, well, I can well imagine with Percy around, the house would seem too small for both of you.
Mr. Subden, they make Buckingham Palace feel too small.
Well, I have to say, Percy is very low on my list of chaps to get cast away on a desert island with. Granted, he could probably knock up a nourishing snack from seaweed and coconut shells.
I hope I'm on this list of chaps you've got.
Of course you are, love. Quite high up, come to
184 for cash, please, Ken.
Right, thanks, Jack.
Have a bit of slumline tonic, please. Anything?
Yeah, hot pot, please.
And 2 hot pots, please.
Right, Betty, won't be a minute.
Tina, get some of these used plates through to your kitchen.
All right.
There you go, Ken.
All right, thanks.
Yes, pal.
Jack, it was £10 I gave you. You give me change for 5.
No, I didn't give you the 5 on it, Ken.
No, I'm quite certain it was 10. I wouldn't have said so.
There we are, Ken.
Watch it, Ducky. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry, lovey.
Right today for getting gravy on my dress.
Yes, very nice. New, is it?
I bought it yesterday, 40 quid.
40 quid? I don't know how you can spend that much and come to work in it.
Well, that's why you buy it, isn't it? So you can wear it.
Big piece out of your wages, love.
Listen, hey. You sure this is a good idea?
Martin, please.
There you are, Kevin.
Yes, thank you, Bessie. Look,
Okay,
I have paid.
Yeah. a nice dress Tina's wearing. Should be £40.
Is that what she paid for it?
Yeah, she just told me herself. She's got a lot out of her wages, isn't it?
I hate to say this, Betty. I think it might be Jack. I've just caught him trying to shortchange Ken Barlow to the fiver.
I can't think it's Jack.
Well, I can't either. I don't know. I just don't know now.
Oh.
Right, I'll just have to swallow this and get back to work.
Kevin, you've not had a proper dinner hour yet.
Yeah, I know, well, the work's piling up, innit? There's murdered in there on my own, I tell you. Can't get out for spares or anything.
Yeah, well, you've got to tell Casey all this, haven't you?
No, yeah, I would, if you could get hold of him. I've been trying all morning.
Look, he told you to get somebody, didn't he? So why don't you just take somebody on? If you know someone, give them the job.
Can't do that.
Why not?
My feet wouldn't touch the floor.
I'm going to see Rita this afternoon. According to Mavis, she's a lot better physically, but she's very depressed.
I can't say I'm surprised when somebody you live with, somebody you trust, turns on you and tries to kill you.
So come on then. What are we supposed to do?
Well, you don't do anything. Just wait here for me.
Where are you going?
I'm going to meet him.
Well, don't you think I should come with you or something?
No, he said just me on my own. I shouldn't have told you, really.
Hey. You be careful now, Ally.
Martin, he's my dad. He'd never hurt me.
Well, well. Fancy meeting you. So you drive up. Giving a girlfriend a lift to the station, are you? Catching a train, is she? Yeah. Liar. You're waiting for her, aren't you? Otherwise she still wouldn't be here. She's meeting him, isn't she? Her father. You don't have to. Whistle up a bit more, help, Eddie. He's here, all right. I'm sure of it.
Mobile 2, Mobile 1, over.
Yeah.
Where have you been living?
It doesn't matter. Did you get the passport and the money?
Brought you some clothes as well.
Thanks, Jen. Listen, what I'll do is... No, not you and all! So, you were in on that, no way,
Shut up, you divvy. Go on.
Dad, I didn't tell him.
I want nothing more to do with you!
Your daughter didn't shop you. Nobody shopped you. I've been following her.
had a feeling she might lead us to you.
Dad, I didn't tell him! Right, is that it, Mr. Sugden?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, well, if you'll excuse me.
Has she been grumbling about me?
Pardon?
Mrs. Bishop, I know you're very thick with her, but don't pass judgment till you've heard my side of it.
I don't know what you're referring to, Mr. Sugden. I've hardly seen Emily just lately. I mean, what with Rita still being in hospital, well, I hardly get out of the shop in the day, and at night, well, there's visiting Rita and trying to cope with my husband.
Demanding, is he, Mr. Wilton?
Well, when you say demanding, Mr. Sugden, it's none of your business. Anyway, what have you been doing to Emily? Because you've obviously been doing something.
There you go, assuming I'm in the wrong.
Oh, look, Mr. Sugden, will you just tell me what it is you're talking about, or change the subject, whatever it is?
It's him, that Arthur Dabney. He's poisoned her mind against me. He's a fortune hunter.
Seemed a perfectly reasonable man to me.
Well, of course he does, they always do. But he's using her, and she's besotted by him.
Besotted?
Yeah, but don't tell her I said that, right? Unless you want to make more trouble.
It's as though he blames you and me for what's happened.
Alan knows who put him where he is right now, though. Himself. But people always need something else to blame the troubles on. Luck, other people. Don't take it to heart, though.
I can't help it.
They'd have caught him, you know, sooner or later, wherever he'd gone.
Yeah, but it's like he said, Rita. He hasn't got anybody. Only me. I had to try and help him when he ran me. I had to. I suppose you think I should have phoned the police straight away, don't you?
I'll be straight with you. I'm glad they've caught him. I'm frightened of him, Jenny. And it's no use saying I'm not. And now I know Now I know where he is. I'll sleep easier. Having said that, you're his daughter. And like you say, he's nobody else now. So, if I'd been you, yeah, I think I'd have tried to help him as well.
Oh, no, love. No more visiting after today, eh? Bet you'll be glad to have your mum back home again, won't you? Yeah, I will.
I did tell Sister you're not my daughter, but they all seem to think you are. Can't keep correcting them.
Well, I don't mind them thinking that as long as you don't.
As a matter of fact, it's the way I think of you myself. Hey, home tomorrow? And I bet you've not done a stroke of swatting, have you?
No. What do exams matter now? I mean, who cares if I pass them or not?
I do.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean it, Rita. My life's ruined. That's the way I feel.
Listen, lady. You've had a bad time. So have I. But the rest of your life starts here. And it's a good job I'm coming home tomorrow so I can start cracking the whip over you a bit. Because you are going to work for those exams and you're going to pass them. Life goes on. You may not think so right now, but I'll convince you.
Then they threw him in this police van, and that was him.
Can't help feeling sorry for the poor devil, can you?
I can. He deserves everything he's got coming to him.
Yes, he did. There for the grace of God and all that, you know.
Oh, come on, Mike. It's mad talk, is that? Alan Bradley didn't have to do a thing he didn't want to do. He's a bad lot.
I wonder if they'll let him out on bail.
Oh, shouldn't think so. Not with the charges he got him on. There's fraud for a start, and there's dodging the bobbies.
Hey, I'm trying to kill Rita.
Yeah, but I think they'll have a job making that stick. No, I'm only guessing, but I don't think he'll be out on bail.
Oh, no. Do you think he's got it in for me now?
Well, if I was you, Sunshine, I'd be more scared of the old Bill. Helping him to escape, aiding and abetting. They could have you on that, you know.
Yeah, that's what that detective said. Give me a rank rollicking, he did.
So you reckon they're going to do you then?
No, he said that was the end of it, you know. I should count myself lucky. See, the thing is, he was made up with himself and his clever detective work. I wish I'd have told him everything in the first place. Wouldn't have looked half as smart, would he?
Yeah, I reckon you'd make a good copy of you because you've got this tricky, devious mind. Now, me, I've always been straight, haven't I?
Oh, I know. Well, I'm glad it's all over, so Rita and Jenny can try to pick up the pieces.
Yep, I can get down the job centre, join the queue, I suppose.
Yeah, a bit rough on you having your job kicked from under you. Still, worst things happen. Let's see. Let's have another drink, shall we? Tina, Sammy getting all round, love.
Right, Mr. Baldwin.
I've told you before, darling, it's Mike to you, darling, Mike.
Hey, look here. Lodgers come round in your float.
Could I have a word, Mrs. Bishop? You're in here more than you're at home these days.
With good reason, Mr. Sugden.
No, I just wondering when to put the oven on or not. Or, in other words, what time are you going to be home?
You have your dinner, by all means. I shall go to my own house exactly when I feel like it, Mr. Sugden, as I believe I'm entitled to do.
Oh, you certainly are, yes, but it makes it a bit problematic when I'm cooking.
I can only say, Mr. Sugden, if you're not happy about the situation, perhaps you ought to look for other lodgings.
I see. Well, I wouldn't want to stop anywhere I wasn't wanted.
Hang on, you having a drink, Percy?
No, thank you. After what's been said to me, it would choke me.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think he's upset, Emily.
It's mutual, Mr. Baldwin, believe me.
Tina, can you manage the bar on your own for 5 minutes?
sure.
Right, I'll be in the back with Jack. Give us a shout if you get moored
Okay.
out. Jack?
Yes?
Can I have a word in the living room?
Right, boss. What's the trouble, boss?
Oh, no trouble, I hope, Jack. Just a bit of a puzzle.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, I did a spot check on the till after this dinner. We were £4 live.
£4, eh?
Hmm. And last night's takings, when I cashed up this morning, we were £10 down.
Well, I've got to admit, Bet, I am surprised.
How do you mean, Jack?
Well, she doesn't seem a kid like that, Tina, does she? I mean, mind you never know these days, do you?
So you reckon it's Tina then, do you?
Well, I'm sure it's not Betty. I know it's not me. Hey, hang on. I've worked here a long time and I've always been straight.
Hang on. Don't get your jockeys in a jumble.
You think it's me, don't you?
I never said that.
You didn't have to.
I am telling you what's been happening, simply putting you in the picture.
You have started a new girl behind the bar. Somebody's dipping the till. Yet it's me that you're dragging here, throwing your accusations at.
I haven't accused you of anything.
You have left Tina behind the bar with the till. That tells its own story, doesn't it? Right. That's what you think.
That's it. I would try to set about
That
after
is it. I've had as much as I can take.
Oh, come on, Jack, be reasonable.
If I am not trusted in this place, then I'm finished. Come on, Peter, we're going home.
Well, I wanted to script dream. What's going on?
She thinks I'm dipping my fingers in the till.
No, I never said that.
Are you going to apologise?
I've got nothing to apologise for.
Right, Peter. I pulled my last pint in this pub.
Jack, you are doing this, not me.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, you know, calling our Jack a thief.
Vera, I never said any such thing.
Vera, don't lower yourself.
Right, I'm coming, love.
I will never set foot in this pub again.
No. You want to be careful what you're saying, you. There's laws, you know.
Jack! Oh, God, our helping age is past.
With a nice little fluffy chicken.
Oh, I knew eat most of it. You know I'm not supposed to have sugar.
Well, it's the thought that counts, and I thought about you. I want my Alfie to have a lovely, happy Easter, I
Oh,
thought.
aye, ecstatic, aye. Stuck in a 20-mile traffic jam.
Not if we make an early start. Come on, look, if we go like now, we could be having morning coffee in Windermere. And tea cakes with lots and lots of currants.
Well, look, the sensible thing is to set off later, you know, when traffic's died down.
I knew the currants would get you. So you'll just open the shop for a couple of hours,
Yeah,
right?
I dare say.
All these years you've thought she's trusted you, and instead she's been clocking every move you met with her beady little eyes.
Oh, leave it, Vera.
Well, they are beady. Shouldn't have makes them look bigger with the half a ton of makeup she wears. Have you seen her without? Bet she looks like Miss Piggy. Oh, Jack, but look, listen, what are you gonna do?
Complain to the newsagents.
Know about your job?
Look, I have all but been branded a tea leaf. I'm not going back there. And a man has his pride, you know.
But that were a mistake, weren't it?
What do you mean, weren't it?
Well, you have been known to dip in my purse before now.
Yeah, but that's different, isn't it?
Well, how is it?
Well, it's family. It's only borrowing when it's family.
Yeah, I still never get it back, though, do I? Look, are you sure you haven't been borrowing off Bets? All right, I believe you. Only trouble is she doesn't. Look, Jack, you better get round there and, well, convince her.
No,
Look, do you want me to go, eh?
I do not.
Well, what's going to happen then?
Life, Vera. Life, that will roll relentlessly on, crushing us to bits just like it always does.
Those geranium cuttings I did last back end, I won't be potting soon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just so they won't be forgotten, you know, when I'm living somewhere else. Be a shame for them to go to waste.
They'll not go to waste, Mr. Sugden.
Make a lovely display, you know, geraniums do. In a window box, with a few pansies and trailing lobelia. The house would look a picture.
I haven't got a window box, Mr. Sugden.
No, but if I'd been staying, I could have made you one. I still could. I still could. It'd be a nice little memento when I stay with you.
I really don't think window boxes are what this is all about, Mr. Sugden.
No, I'm not saying it is. But I wouldn't like to think you only remembered me when I've gone for our little disagreements.
Well, what do you think about a frozen gatto?
I can't say it's a subject that's ever exercised my brain. Now, frozen peas, yes, I'm always thinking about frozen peas.
Then me mum's do, you daft divvy. Oh, she's having one of her famous family get-togethers, you know, everybody fetches some.
Oh, in that case, I'm fetching some aspirin.
Oh, it's my cousin Nelson. He fancies himself as one mean rapper, you know. By mid-afternoon, the decibel level will be that high. You'll be able to hear us from here.
Oh, well, by mid-afternoon, we'll be miles away enjoying a lakeside cream tea.
What's the rapper? Oh, you know, man, like in Coronation Street, the folks all know the corner shop is the place to go. Alfie's the grocer, and his prices are keen, and Curly White says hello, monsieur, say what?
Hey, right on, man.
And a large bottle of Riesling, please. Honestly, does embarrass me sometimes.
I embarrass myself all the time.
4.25, look, please. So you get all right with Shirley's family then, dear?
Well, I wish mine had made her as welcome, you know.
Oh, don't start on that today. It's our holiday and I want to enjoy it.
Oh, don't we all, love? Alfie!
Yeah, there's no sign of your family being a bit more flexible in their ideas then.
My mother is about as flexible in her ideas as Attila the Hun.
Come on, love machine.
All right, then, have you got the gato?
Bye-bye.
All right, see you. Have a nice day.
All right,
See you soon.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it, you know, the way people are so prejudiced.
You were feeling prejudiced when they first moved in.
Oh, yeah, I know how was I, but I mean, you know, things alter. You've got to be adaptable.
Oh, I know, and I'm very adaptable, aren't I, Alfie? I mean, look how I adapted to the fact that you were going to open up this morning just for a couple of hours. Now, come on, are we going or what?
All right.
Right.
Oh, Alf, I hope you've got some bread left.
Yes.
Actually, Ivy, we were just about to close.
There's no rush, love.
We are taking dinner and the kiddies on a picnic. Only you know what Don's like. I mean, he thinks of something one minute, he expects me to be ready next. I don't really care, but I haven't got a lot in now.
Oh, well, let's see what we can do then. Now then, Nicky does like salmon paste. I do know that.
yes.
And I've got some nice smoked salmon, all. Crisps. You can't have a picnic without crisps, you know.
Thank you, Al.
Chocolate dip.
Thanks a lot. Come on then. Here we are. Give us a minute and I'll have the kettle on.
Just back from hospital, are you?
Yes, we are.
Expect you'd be glad to keep in your own bed.
Yeah. And I thought I was the one that had the bump on the head.
Right then, would you like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee?
Looks exactly the same.
Well, what did you expect?
Safe. Familiar. Place I've lived longest in most of my life. You wouldn't think terrible things could happen to you within your own four walls.
People have rows at home all the time. It's not that unusual.
Me and your dad didn't. That's the funny thing. Except over that Carol Burns woman. Even then, he kept his cool. It was me that lost my rag.
Hey, I thought you said we had to look forward.
You're right. I did. Jenny, whatever happened between me and him, he loved you. He still does. You've got to remember that.
I hate this. Are we ever going to get back to a normal life?
Yeah, of course we can. If we help each other.
Thank you.
Ah, Mrs. Wilton, just a person.
We're just about to have our lunch, Mr. Suggs.
Oh, it won't take a moment. No, there's nothing worse than cold hot pot, eh? Congealed fat on your stomach, big globs of grease, eh? Not good for your digestive system at all, that is it.
What did you want to see me about?
Oh, yes, well, am I correct in thinking you sometimes get cards in the shop window advertising accommodation to rent?
Not often.
But it is possible.
Cutlery.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Oh, yes, well, anything's possible. I mean, it is possible that somebody might advertise a tame boa constrictor, but that doesn't happen often either, fortunately.
All the same, if anything of that ilk should come along, I'd be obliged if you'd tip me the wink.
Well, wouldn't the evening papers be a more fruitful source?
Oh, I dare say I shall explore every avenue in time, but I don't mind you letting on to Mrs. Bishop that, that I'm asking you to keep your eye out for me. No, I don't want you to think I'm doing anything behind her back. Good, that is it?
Excellent.
Ah, well, you've convinced me. Only I'm dining out today, too.
Oh, yes.
I'm giving Mrs. Bishop her space. That's what they say these days. People have to have their own space. I'd be obliged if you'd keep a seat for me.
Oh, wish he had his own space. Preferably in a sealed capsule heading for Mars.
A portion of your highly recommended hot pot, please, Mrs. Turpin.
Certainly.
Hang on. Here, Tina. Either senility's setting in or I'm going potty.
Asking me to choose which?
No, I am not. I've just gone through last night's takings again.
Go on, how much short this time?
It's not down, it's up.
Can't be.
Me hot pot, if you please, Mrs. Turpin.
It blooming is, only by about £3, but nevertheless it's up.
What is going off here?
God knows, maybe the tills are wonky, maybe we've got a ghost on the premises. But I suppose I better nip round and let Duck Egg know.
Well, are you going now?
No, I'll leave it a bit. Give Vera's gob a chance to wind down.
You'd no intention of going, had you? You let her get too late on purpose.
Customers kept coming in, love. You don't turn folk away when putting a roof over your head. Not to mention designer frocks on your back. Anyway, we'll be better off today, you'll see, love. It'll be in paper tomorrow. Bumper-to-bumper traffic jams. You'll thank me.
Oh, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, well, I know you're disappointed, love, so I'll do a deal with you.
What sort of deal?
Well, we'll open the shop.
I don't believe I'm hearing
Will
this.
you listen for a minute? We'll shut early. You can get yourself all dolled up and I'll take you out to a nice country pub for dinner. Hey, they'll think it's a dirty old man with his young flibberty gibbet.
Oh, wow. They won't.
Who says they won't? I hope they do.
Have we decided about this afternoon, then? Is it pictures or a brisk walk?
Oh, a brisk walk, I think, after that.
Should we ask Emily if she'd like to come with us?
Oh, surely she'll have made her own plans.
I just remember what it was like when I was on my own. Weekends and bank holidays especially. Oh, I'd think of all those people who were going out together as couples and never thinking to invite solitary singles like me.
Oh, sir, how nice.
Shall I phone her, I thought? Or shall I just go round and take a chance that she's free this afternoon? I took a chance. Did I do the right thing?
Oh, absolutely.
It's only you.
Oh, well, I've had better welcomes.
Oh, I don't want visitors. I'm not in mood for questions.
The only question I've come to ask is, are you feeling any better?
Physically, yes. The emotional scars will take a bit longer to get over.
Bayek, how could he do that to you?
Well, it's not the first time I've been thumped in my life. I mean, Harry Bates, who I lived with yonks ago, he thumped me more than once.
Yeah, Bradley didn't just thump you, though, did he? He tried to flaming kill you.
I know. And it's not something I can forgive. But it wasn't something he planned. At least I don't think so. But everything else was. It's that what's crippling me off.
How long do you think he was plotting things?
Well, right from when he come back to me. Must have been. In all that talk about a new start. Building a future for us. All lies. I never was part of his future, was I? But it's making a bloody fool of myself. That's what I can't forgive.
You've not made a fool of yourself. You were the victim of a vicious, unscrupulous man. And I just hope he gets what's coming to him and all. What have they charged him with, do you know?
Fraud and attempted murder. Nice, isn't it? I just thank God they didn't grant him bail.
How's young Jenny taking it?
Well, we're helping each other. It's the blind leading the blind.
I'll see you getting rid of his stuff anyway.
I just feel like setting fire to the lot of it.
Yeah, well, I can understand that and all. But I wouldn't if I were you. I mean, legally, you could be in the wrong.
Legally, he was in the wrong when he tried to throttle me, but it didn't stop him, did it? No, I think I'll just dump the lot down at police station, let them worry about it. I don't care as long as it's out of sight. I don't want a thing left in this house to remind me of that swine. Not a cufflink, not a photograph, not a toothbrush, nothing.
Make a dress out of it.
Don't know what I think about this one.
It's certainly got a lot of life to it. All that vibrant colour.
It's a bit noisy. I don't think I'd want it on my living room wall.
That's one of the things I like about you, Emily. No front. A lot of women would fake an intellectual response.
I know all art's supposed to say something. If you don't understand what it's saying, I don't see any point in pretending otherwise.
Let's go and find something we can both understand. Like a nice, non-intellectual cup of tea. Come on.
That's a lovely idea.
Visitor for you. Right, Cock. Time we sorted this mess out.
She's got nothing to do with me. Your mess. You sort it out.
Jacko, you have to appreciate that as landlady, I'm entitled to ask questions if cash appears to have gone missing. Well, why don't you ask them? That's only worked there 5 minutes, instead of accusing him that's given long and faithful service. I never accused anybody, Vera. I told them all the till was down and I'd have to look into it. Jacko was the only one who took umbrage. So what's happened now then, eh? Oh, don't tell me, let me guess. You caught Miss lip gloss with a few fivers stuck down a 36D. No, Tina's okay. There's been some sort of mix-up, but I'm satisfied nobody's been pinching. Anyway, the bottom line is we're short-staffed. Are you coming back? Is that an apology? It's an offer of his job back, Vera. Well? Well, seeing as how you've withdrawn your insinuations, I don't see any reason why you...
about it.
You are?
I said I'll think about it.
Right. You think about it. Only don't take too long, Jacko. Nobody is indispensable. Not even a middle-aged, pot-bellied potman. I'll see myself out, Vera. Well.
I suppose we should be thinking about his tea.
I'm not hungry.
Funnily enough, I am. Maybe that's a good sign. Hey, if that's visitors, I'm in bed.
It's Bet. Is she a visitor?
Of course I'm not a visitor. I'm just an old mate who's come round nosying.
In that case, you've come to the wrong shop, but go on, park your bum 5 minutes.
Not come specially to see you, lady.
Oh, I didn't flatter myself.
Oh, I've had to nip round to Jacko's to hold out an olive branch. It's stuck in my craw a bit, I don't mind admitting.
Jenny, love, you get yourself lost half an hour. Bet'll keep me company. She seems to think I need babysitting.
Oh, nip round to Rovers, love. I saw Martin going in, get him to buy you a drink and suss out if that Tina's any good at making cocktails.
All right, then. See you later on.
Try, love. I've not come for a post-mortem.
Good.
The swine's behind bars, and with any luck, that's where he'll stop for the next 20-odd years. I've just come to say I'm here if you need me.
So I can give you my handbag to hold when I jump off co-op.
Ask me to come on a Caribbean cruise with you and you've got a deal.
One of these days, Beth. One of these days.
Mr. Sugden! Mr. Sugden! He must be out. Thank goodness. Thank you for a lovely afternoon, Arthur. It was most unexpected.
The pleasure of your company is all the thanks I want.
Sit down.
Thank you.
The pictures in the other rooms were delightful. All those lovely, sunny cornfields. You could feel the warmth. I like the sculpture, too. I don't know why I don't make the effort more often.
You will. We'll go together. Do you like concerts?
Nothing too heavy. I'm very lightweight artistically, I'm afraid.
Two of a kind, then. Handel, Chopin, Tchaikovsky. Certainly none of this dreadful modern stuff.
Did your wife like music?
Babs? She's not over fond, no.
Ah. Do you see much of each other? I mean, as I suppose as you're not actually divorced yet, you won't have completely cut the ties.
Quite. Sometimes we need to confer if one of the children has a problem. I call them children, but of course they're grown up now. Being a parent is a lifetime job.
I've never had children.
No. Well, they can be a blessing. But they do tend to grow up and leave you. That's the good thing about friends. They don't leave you.
Look, if it's your embarrass you might meet someone, well, stuff that. If anybody says anything, I'll deal with them.
Thanks, but it's not that.
Look, no one blames you for what your dad did.
I know.
So go in there. See if she's all right and tell her you're coming out for a bite with me. She'll not mind.
Martin, don't push it.
Why?
Look, I know she won't mind. I just don't want to.
Okay. Fine, then.
Don't get all huffy and macho on me. You're not losing your irresistible charm, you know. I'm just too mired to go anywhere right now.
Well, life must go on. You won't help yourself by becoming a recluse.
She's throwing out all his gear, you know.
So?
That's the problem, isn't it? I mean, she's getting shut of everything that reminds her of him. Thing is, does that include me?
Oh, wait, what's this?
What?
Tin of tomatoes. I asked you to get tomato soup.
Oh, I'm sorry, love, my mistake.
Oh, do you know you're making a lot of these mistakes lately? Well, like when I asked you to get some sardines, you went and fetched some pilchards.
It's easy done, same sort of tin, innit?
But it's not the same sort of label, is it? You're supposed to read what it says. You can read, can't you?
If it's not enough I'm being accused of being a sticky fingers, now I'm a bloody dunce as well, am I?
All right, then. Right, where's that shopping? Are you ready for this? Right. What's that?
Oh, give over your daft games, will you?
Come on, what is it?
Spuds.
Pears. Right. What's this?
Jam.
Well, I know it's jam. What kind? What are you doing? Get off.
Strawberry.
Raspberry. I see. So why didn't you tell me then, okay?
Tell you what, V.
You're having problems with your eyesight, aren't you? That's why you've been holding paper funny. Yes, and that's why you've been short-changing at the pub, isn't it? And the till's been out. That's what this is all about, you know. So why didn't you tell me, you big soft Nelly?
Because I thought it might get better.
Get better? Bad eyesight don't get better, not till you get a pair of glasses.
If that's all it is.
Why? What else is wrong?
Oh, my hair's falling out, my teeth are going, I'm not as randy as I was. I've even got athlete's foot. I'm telling you, V, I'm cracking up. Your old man is near enough ready for the knacker's yard. What are you doing?
First thing in the morning, I'm making you an appointment.
Who with?
The opticians. You're not ready for the undertakers yet, are you? You might as well go back to work before you start thinking about being measured for a box.
Oh, thanks a bunch.
Look, chap, there's no wrong with your love. It's just that you're not 21 anymore.
Yeah, but I might have to wear specs, V.
So, what's wrong with that?
Well, I've always had what you call this manly image, you know. I mean, you should know it's what you fell for, innit? Would you have fell for me if I'd have been wearing specs?
Well, probably not, no. But look at it this way. Look, if I don't fancy her, no else in skirts will it? So there's no need to feel embarrassed about not feeling randy anymore, is there? Actually, it could be a blessing in disguise, could that?
Fella's rolling like that, though. Ah, nice day out, love. Oh, yes, thanks, Betty. Can I have half a lager, You please? can. I'm just waiting for Don. He's run Gaelic kids on, and then we're going out for a bit of supper.
Oh, look at you. Nice studying. Well, I thought I might as well come in here as sit in there looking at the walls.
They are, my love.
Do you know what? I can't even have the telly on because it distracts him. And they all think living in sin is glamorous.
Do you think that Emily's seeing Arthur then, with her being out when we knocked?
She could be anywhere. Why should you be with him?
Wouldn't surprise me. She's very taken with him. Just think, if they did get together, it would all be down to you. Just had this mental picture of you with a bow and arrow and your little tummy all bare.
My little what, all bare?
Tummy! Cupids are always bare.
I don't find that a particularly pleasing image, Mavis.
Half a lager and sweet sherry, please, mate.
And I especially wouldn't relish playing the role of Cupid for Arthur Dabner.
You introduced him to her.
But only as a makeshift dinner partner. Frankly, I'd be loath to see this develop into anything more permanent.
Why ever not? He seems eminently suitable to me. He's got a good position with the firm.
He's also got a wife.
Oh, Derek, don't be so old-fashioned. He's separated. You were separated when we started going out again, but that wasn't a problem to us.
No, but I wasn't seeing Angela on a regular basis.
I didn't know he knew Angela.
He doesn't. It's Babs.
What is?
His wife, with whom he is still very friendly.
Well, lots of people stay friendly with their estranged spouses. There's nothing sinister in that.
No, they don't usually spend nights under the same roof. Entire weekends together.
And does Arthur and...
Babs, so rumour has it. Rumour also has it that they'll never get divorced.
Oh, dear. Poor Emily.
Right, I'll see you at dinner. I will have time for a quick brew, so have it ready, eh?
Look, I can go on my own, you know.
Yes, but will you go on your own? That's the point.
I have made the appointment, haven't I?
I made the appointment, and I'm going with you to make sure you keep it. I don't think you'll realise how serious it is, you know, neglecting your eyesight.
There's nothing wrong with my eyesight. I'm reading paper, aren't I?
Oh, do you know, you really take the biscuit, you do. I thought it were women that were vain. Look, you've been accused of theft, all because you won't go and get...
Apologised over that.
Well, it wouldn't have happened in first place, would it, if you would have gone and get yourself some glasses? As soon as you realised you were having problems giving change to folk. But, oh, no, Vince St. Clair, he won't be seen dead in glasses, would he? Oh, no, it won't be his image. Letting folk think that he were getting on a bit.
Well, thanks very much.
Oh, look, Jack. It's not an operation you're having, you know. You're just going for your eyes testing. Thousands have it done, millions. I mean, I read somewhere in a paper where businessmen, professors, they go and have them tested. Do you know they have glasses made, plain glass, to make them look more intelligent? Could be a bonus, love, wearing glasses. Anyway, I'll see you at dinner. And don't go doing your disappearing act. Oh, make sure you wear your best jacket.
Well, hang on and I'll ask her. Jenny, love.
What?
You couldn't stand in for Mavis at shop for a couple of hours this morning, could you? She might have to go out.
Only might.
Look, she sounds a bit tetchy. You know what she gets like sometimes. I think Derek must have mixed up their his and hers towels.
Oh, all right then.
Yes, okay, all fixed. She'll see you later. When later?
As soon as I can.
As soon as she can. No, I think you'll have to settle for that, love. Okay, bye. Jenny, are you all right?
Yeah, of course I am.
Headaches again?
I'm fine.
Ah, you and Randy both there, Mrs. Bishop.
Both?
Aye, did you not hear him this morning singing his little head off? Oh, he's got the smell of spring in the air.
Yes, probably.
Oh, can I do that for you?
What?
The shopping, I'm going downtown.
Oh, it's only a couple of items. I'll get them at the corner shop on the way to work.
Right.
Oh, Mr. Sugden, I thought I'd just warn you. Arthur, Mr. Dabler's coming round for a meal this evening.
Oh, he's coming round to dinner again, is he?
Oh, no, nothing so grand. More like high tea after work.
After work? Well, I could leave going down into town till later on, and then I wouldn't be anywhere then, would I?
I'll see you, Mrs. Roberts.
Yes, love. Keep your nose to the grindstone.
Don't remind me.
Oh.
What grindstone? He's only a college lad, you know. He's on permanent holiday.
Ow. He happens to be swatting for some very important exams. That's why he's looking so tired.
No, she's not said anything now. She's not going to say anything.
She's just waiting for the right moment to tell me, isn't she? Mrs. Roberts, will you send me brown loaf, please?
Yes, of course I will, love. Do you know, I feel really sorry for that girl.
Well, she's had a whack of life's troubles already, hasn't she? That's for sure.
It's not over yet, though, is it? I mean, her dad in prison. Well, at least Rita's standing by. That's somewhat. Well, she is, isn't she?
Where's your chocolate spreads?
It's down there on the left. Rita's chucking her out.
How do you know that?
I could see it in his eyes.
Oh, hello, love. Come in. Hello. Expect you wonder why I'm here, aren't you?
Well, you weren't on my list of immediate visitors, no. Did Jenny turn up at shop all right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, well, that's summit. She's been giving an imitation of a pile of wet washing all morning. Do you want a coffee?
Oh, yes, thank you. Actually, she was a bit quiet, but, well, you can hardly expect her to be jumping for joy, can you?
No.
Actually, I'm just on my way to see Emily. Or I think I am.
When will you know for sure?
I'm worried about her, Rita.
Why, what's wrong with her?
I think she's got herself involved with a totally unsuitable man.
Oh, so what's new?
Look, I want you to know that I considered very carefully before bothering you with the problem. I was very loath.
Maybe you thought I was something of an expert.
I'm also loath to broach the subject to Emily.
So who is he? Why is he so unsuitable?
Oh, he's a colleague of Derek's. You know that accountant we gave the dinner party for?
Yeah. Still on then?
Oh, very much so, thank you. Emily seems really taken with him and his feet are firmly under her table.
Oh, how's Percy taken to that?
Oh, that's another story. He's run the entire gamut from raw jealousy to injured little boy.
Yeah. So what's wrong with this,
Oh, Arthur. Arthur Dabner. He's married. Now, Emily knows he's married, but what she doesn't know is that he's still seeing his wife. Well, according to Derek.
So, Emily's thought of first reserve, you think?
Well, it looks very much like it. Now, the point is, do I leave her in ignorance and obvious bliss, or do I tell her about it?
You tell her, Mavis. You tell her. We don't want another poor cow walking into a nightmare with stars in her eyes.
But I'm telling you, Vera, my eyes are 100% better now. Must be working with all that fag smoke in the pub, you know. What I'll have to do, I'll have to get myself a job in the fresh air.
Well, what about when you're standing this side at pub bar? What are you going to do then, eh? Cover your eyes with a bandage.
Give her the keys.
Hey.
Oh, Emily. I was just coming to see you. Were you now? Come on in. Lady staff, ranky boss. Mine hasn't been exactly brilliant either. Oh, Mr. Sugden.
Mrs. Bishop, Mrs. Wilton. I didn't realise it got to dinner time. I've been that busy with my chores.
Well, you did this room yesterday, Mr. Sugden. Every nook and cranny, as I remember.
Did I? You know, I'd forgotten. Still, giving another blanco and would have done it any harm, seeing you're having company. Right, I'll nip off down to the road and get myself a bite to eat.
Well, you can have your lunch here.
No, I don't want to be in the way. I said that when I first came here, if you remember. I don't want to be in the way. Bye, Mrs. Wilton.
Bye. Heavens, it's like having a stray dog in the house. If you take a step, he thinks you're going to kick him.
How's he getting on finding somewhere else to live?
I daren't ask in case he bursts into tears.
Well, what have you come to borrow? No interesting books on the go.
Oh, I haven't come to borrow anything.
I know. Haven't paid my paper bill.
Haven't I?
Oh, last week.
Thought I had. Come on, Mavis, spit it out. Time's at a premium. Arthur's coming for a meal this evening.
Well, actually, that's why I'm here.
You want to come for a meal as well?
No, of course I don't want to come for a meal.
Well, what then?
Well, according to Derek... What's the matter?
Nothing. It's just when you start a sentence with according to Derek. I'm sorry, you were saying.
I don't think I'll say anything now.
I was joking, really. Please, carry on.
According to Derek, Arthur Dabner, is still seeing his wife. I just thought you ought to know about it.
According to Derek, Arthur's still seeing his wife.
Yes, that's what I said, yes.
According to Derek?
Yes.
And you saw fit to pass the information on to me?
Not so fit, Emily. I thought it was my duty as your friend.
I know he sees his wife, Mavis.
You know?
Now and again, he has to. For personal, family reasons. He told me.
Not now and again, Emily. He sees her quite often, nearly every weekend, according to...
Thank you, Mavis. You've done your duty.
What are you going to do?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
I'm not disappointed.
Aren't you, Mavis? Not just a weeny bit. You come flitting in here from that Wendy flat you share with Derek, bursting with gossip about
I was
Arthur.
not bursting
You
with
waylaid
gossip,
me in the
Emily.
street. Now, if that's not bursting, I don't know what is. You, Mavis, have been positively wallowing in your own happiness these past weeks, and good luck to you. But you haven't got a monopoly on happiness, you know. I'm entitled to some as well, however much you may find that irritating. And I really am rather busy.
How do you like her specs?
Yeah, look like headlights.
I think I'd sew a pair like that. Make me look like a career woman.
Specs can't work miracles, Vera.
You're ready in about 10 days, Mrs. Owen. Right, thank you. Mr. Duckworth?
That's me, Doc.
Ready if you are.
I'm ready.
Hey, do you want me to come with you?
That won't be necessary, Vera.
He's very nervous, you know.
Is he? Have you been having any problem with your eyes?
Not really, Doc. I mean, between me and you, it's the wife. She thinks I need glasses. I'm just here to prove her wrong. I can see a flea on the fly at 20 paces.
Really? Well, we'll soon know who's right, you or your wife.
What's that?
It's an ophthalmoscope. It lets me see right inside your eye. I make sure there's no disease.
Oh, I think you'll find I'm A1 inside the eye, Doc. Just like everywhere else.
Just look straight ahead, Mr. Duckworth. So far, so good.
Yeah, told you it was a waste of time, didn't I? Still, you'll know what beautiful condition I'm in, eh? More gadgets, eh? It's like Starship Enterprise in here, isn't it? Beam me up, Scotty.
This machine checks the pressure of fluid inside your eye. It's a test for glaucoma.
I've not been to Africa or anywhere, you know.
You don't need to have been to Africa to have glaucoma, Mr. Duckworth. Now, you'll feel a puff of air, like somebody gently blowing into your eye.
Couldn't you blow gently into my eye, Doc?
Ready? You'll have to open your eye, Mr. Duckworth. No problem there. Only one more to go. Ready? I really don't think there's any need to hold on to me, Mr. Duckworth.
Enjoying that first?
Very tasty.
What's the matter with Emily's grub these days? Gone off, has it?
I wouldn't say that exactly. She's a very good cook, is Mrs. Bishop.
Well, there's more where that came from. The second helpings are cheaper, not much.
I wouldn't care, but I was trying to protect Emily from herself as much as from Arthur. This is the thanks I get.
You know, Mavis, I've only just noticed. When you get annoyed, your neck, well, I wouldn't say goes red exactly. More a sort of a rosy blush.
I'll thank you to keep your personal remarks to yourself. If you hadn't introduced Arthur into our lives, none of this would have happened.
Oh, I hardly think that's fair, Mavis. How was I to know that Emily would bushwhack him?
Just don't want her to get hurt.
It's on the cards.
Yes, just a tonic water, love, please.
Ivy, have you seen Jacko this morning? I was expecting him to breeze in and kiss and make up, God help me.
Nah, still be on his dignity. Fellas are like that. 31.
Tina, for somebody who's still got a nappy rash, you know a lot about men.
Yeah, I do. Have you heard about Jack, then?
Heard what?
Oh, you won't believe this.
Probably not.
Oh, the reason he wasn't giving people the right shave was because he couldn't see what he was doing proper. He needs glasses.
Well, why didn't he get some then?
Vanity, thy name is Jacko, am I right?
Dead right. Vera's just dragged him off to opticians, and I do mean dragged.
Would you credit it? I mean, a pair of glasses would probably improve him. Mind you, goggles would be even better.
Which is clearer? First or the second?
Even.
This one or this one?
Second.
Now, can you read this line for me?
EHFDNVRP.
Lean forward. Can you read this?
No.
Now try.
He moved forward a few steps. The house was
Good.
so dark.
I think we're finished, Mr. Duckworth.
Hey, them different lenses are brilliant, aren't they? It's like having your eyes spring cleaned.
So we've convinced you do need glasses, have we?
Well, for reading and stuff, you know.
Exactly. Your eyes won't focus in close-up, even though they're perfect for distance. It's either receding youth or advancing maturity. Take your pick.
Oh.
There's your prescription. You can take it wherever you want to buy your glasses.
Can't I get them here then?
Of course. Anita will show you some.
Hey.
Hey, what's the verdict?
I've decided to have some specs, Vera, more as a precautionary measure than anything else. I'd like
Absolutely.
prevention being better than the cure, you know.
Oh, well, I'll leave you to Anita.
How often do I have to come back for a checkup, like?
We'll let you know.
Jack, come on, let's get you sorted out. I'm going to be late back to work.
What sort of frames did you have in mind?
Well, something exclusive. I mean, like these designer frames here, but I want them tinted to make them more like shade, you see.
Jack, do you know how much these cost? 80 quid.
80 quid, are they made of solid gold?
Anyway, not to worry, Anita will tell him about a budget frame they do. 25 quid, all in lenses and what.
This is one.
Yeah, lenses, I'm trying on. You know what you look like?
What?
A blue bottle.
Hello, love. Did you enjoy yourself at cabin?
It's all right.
What do you want for tea?
I'm not bothered. I'm not very hungry.
Hey, what's wrong? No, I know that's a daft question when just about everything is, but are you not feeling well?
I'm all right.
Worrying about your dad?
Of course I am.
Well, I can understand that.
Can you?
Of course I can. He's your dad. Nothing's going to change that.
No, and you can't forgive me for it, can you?
Pardon?
For him being me dad, me being his daughter.
I'm not with you.
Well, you're chucking out all these things, aren't you? Suppose I'll be next.
Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, it follows, doesn't it? I mean, you can't bear to leave his things here because they remind you of him. Well, I must do the same, mustn't I? It follows.
It doesn't follow. Yes, these things are unbearable to me. I don't want them in the house. They reek of him. And they reek of my stupidity. Just for you, Jenny. I mean, talking of daughters, that's how I feel about you. Like a mother for a daughter. There'll always be a home for you here. As long as you want it. Do you believe me?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, come and decide what you want for your tea.
Did you find the clean towel?
Yes, thanks. Amazing, the recuperative powers of a wash and brush up.
Yes.
Funny sort of expression when you come to think of it. If anything, it should be brushed down.
Yes, I suppose it should. Would you like a drink?
If you're having one.
I'm going to have a sweet sherry.
Perfect. Bum, 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 bum. Does this bird talk?
Well, I've never heard him. Though Mr. Sugden swears he understands every word that's said to him. Virtually a candidate for Mensa, according to Mr. Sugden.
How is Mr. Sugden?
Oh, still rather like walking on eggshells, I'm afraid.
Oh, dear.
There you are.
Thank you. I always feel I ought to make a pithy toast. but I can never think of one.
Good health will do.
Good health and a bright future.
Yes.
Very nice.
Well, the meal should be about 10 minutes.
Then I vote we take the weight off our feet.
Sorry.
So,
Have you had a difficult day?
it's our year end. So you do tend to feel a bit more hard-pressed.
I know the feeling.
Actually, that's why I feel a bit guilty.
Oh?
Imposing on you like this, when you're a worker too.
You're not imposing on me.
That's good. Because I would find it very hard to resist your invitations. And the alternative is probably something quick and simple on my own.
How long have you actually been living on your own?
My 3rd year.
As long as that?
It seems longer, I can tell you. Talking about... You first.
I was going to ask you how well you knew Derek Wilton.
Not at all, really. He's not been with us that long. To be honest, I was surprised when he asked me to dinner.
Do know you're about 3rd choice, do you?
I gathered that. Derek believes the route to success is in the crawler lane.
You and he are not pals, then?
No, we've not much in common. Why do you ask?
Just looking for clues about Derek more than anything. I've never really understood what Mavis found so fascinating about him.
Oh, we are getting into deep water. Sexual attraction?
What were you going to say?
Me? Oh, invitations.
Invitations.
Are you free Sunday? I thought we might make a day of it.
Sunday's weekend.
I've always been led to believe that, yes. Aren't you free?
Yes, I'm free.
Sunday, then.
Sunday. Well, I'd better go and
But don't
see
tell
how-
me what it is. I'd prefer it to be a surprise.
Right.
You're right, Percy. You're very quiet, lovey.
I'm just thinking, Mrs. Turpin. Just thinking.
Oh, well, another hour and I'm off.
Oh, you can stop till closing time, can't you, Betty? I'll pay for your taxi home.
Look, I told you 10 o'clock. You shouldn't have let Tina have the night off.
Well, she came in with this pathetic story. Her best mate's been jilted by a married man. And she's threatening to stand outside his house with no clothes on, carrying a poster saying a rat lives here.
Yeah, do you believe it?
Hey, I wish I'd have thought of it once or twice in the past. Jack, am I glad to see you? I've been that worried about you.
I'm telling you, one crack about Specs and I am off back through that door.
Specs, what Specs?
Is that to get some, haven't you, love?
Never. Jack, gimlet tie, Duckworth wearing glasses, I don't believe it.
Probably only temporary, just to give them a rest, you know.
Yeah, that's why we're getting changed wrong.
What can I say, Vera? I feel that small. When are you coming back to work, Jack?
Tomorrow.
Can't wait. What's your poison? I'll have you on me.
Bitter.
I'll have a latte. I'll be with Shirley.
And a bit of it.
Hey, what are you doing here? It's odd again.
I'm an examination widow, aren't I? Curly's still at college squatting. At least I think he is. He's in a world of his own at the moment.
I don't know where he puts all that book learning, me.
He's got a big head. We should be celebrating too.
What?
Oh, we've been together exactly a year in the flat. Hey, with not a cross word spoken. Well, not many.
Oh, congratulations, love.
Thank you. I'm not going to let it pass uncelebrated. No, I've been sitting here plotting a party.
Well, you have to write date on back of Curly's hand, you know, make sure he turns up.
Ah, but I don't have to tell him. It's going to be a surprise.
Is it here?
Yes.
All right. Right,
Go in
now,
there.
come on.
Yes.
What are you all having?
No, Rita, please, no. As man of the party, it's my duty.
No. I'm sorry, Derek. This is my
No,
shout.
Rita.
No. I tell you what. You order them. Gate out of that.
No, Rita.
Yes.
Oh, if you insist. Vodka and tonic,
Yes.
sweet sherry, bitter for me. Jenny?
I'll have a slim wine tonic, please.
Right.
Don't think I haven't seen you trying to sneak in, Faith, love. It's a treat to see you, and you, Jenny, love.
Oh, thanks, love.
Hey, I took her along to put a glad rags on. I should have heard him, I Vera! Yes, Derek.
Well, it's just like old times. But, you know what I mean? I mean, it's not quite like old times, but Well, it's more like old times than it has been recently.
I think we know what you mean, Mavis.
Hey, I nearly forgot to ask you, what happened at dinner time with them?
Oh, hello, Emily. Arthur.
Hello.
Nick.
Christina's
I've
just,
seen.
What's going on? I'll tell you later.
Evening, Mavis. Well, she's been warned. We can do no more.